subscribe to Citizen AY, hit notification button, give us thumbs up, help us with more people. We are going to start off this broadcast with one side. We're going to talk about the issue of the uh, of Black Pete. Um, I posted a video the other day, and it really has provoked a huge reaction. Certainly on Facebook, even on TikTok as well, and you can see the video on YouTube as well. We need to have this kind of discussions because we've been told so many things about different parts of things, and it is time we start challenging those norms, so-called norms. We must really do research, and this is what we are doing on this platform. As you're coming in as ever, subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Help us grow the platform. It is really, really important that this thing that you tune in and you help us share it, because it is powerful. It talks about things, a lot of uncomfortable truths for some, but we need to really dig into these things if we're going to address it. So I'm shortly going to go, I'll be live shortly on TikTok as well. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. Subscribe, help us reach more people. You will hear everything that we're saying. You will hear everything. You will hear everything that's been said, and you can then participate as well. So I'll be reading your comments on there. Let me just quickly, before I go too far ahead, let me do something. I want to just again put the link on there so that people can, it's easier for people to sort of just get on it and join. And of course, shortly I will be going live on YouTube, TikTok as well. But I want to thank everybody who joined me day before yesterday. We are back again today with more very important topics, and we need to really understand, because when we're being told a story, we are being told it's a tradition and everything else. And I want to put this before you, and you tell me yourself if this is a tradition or if it is something that is being carried on. You be the judge. I'm not gonna sort of taint your idea of things. We are going to present the evidence, and that is why I say in the world that we live in now, we need to make sure that as Black people, since we've been told so many lies, we can no longer trust anything that's been said. We must do the research. We must do the research. So everybody that comes and they says to us, or this is our history, this is our, no, what kind of history? What kind of history? This is a thought behavior. By the time you finish watching this broadcast, it will be crystal clear that this Pete Black or whatever else they're doing in Spain and all of those things is really indoctrination in racism. And they do it at a young age. And, and this is what is really, and you will also find the foundations of this Pete Black. So this is a very important topic. Please do join us. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. Help us grow the platform. Please subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Please subscribe here. So not to be AY by clicking the link. Okay, let me just 1 second. Oh, sorry. By clicking the link. So just give me a minute. So we need to talk about this because there's a lot of issues that's going on. And please, as you're coming in, give us a thumbs up. Can we see the thumbs up as you're getting, as you're coming in? You're very welcome. And please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. It is of immense importance. So let me carry on. We will do some more backroom stuff as well. But for now, let me just put that there. So I want you to have that. So at least it is something that is on the screen. We're going to pin that message. Greetings and welcome. Welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please subscribe to Citizen AY by clicking the link. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up. Now we're going to quickly go to the TikTok side of things. So just give me a couple of minutes. We are going to shake things around a little bit, switch. So I'm going to just switch to the other side, switch. And then we'll do that, briefly. This topic has provoked a huge reaction on Facebook. There's been over more than 500,000 people on my platform, Citizen AY on YouTube, where people have been really for and against, and those who are against have been trying to say we're trying to somehow provoke something. But no, this is about educating ourselves about what has been done. And this is a perfect opportunity, I feel, for us to now have that debate, have that discussion, you know. So this is the origin of, it is one origin, the origin of Black Pete. And that's why I said that. And it's a statement that is, I am making that claim. Of course, people can debate it, but, you know, at least we're putting the evidence before you, and you can now decide if it's something that you agree with or if you want to, you know, question it. But we need to educate particularly our children, because a lot of people don't understand when they see Black Pete. Oh, they're just making fun. They don't understand the connection. They don't understand the deep-rooted. This is carrying on for as long as we don't challenge this Black Pete and whatever else. We are promoting, we are allowing racism to persist, even in the minds of those who do not intend to be racist, because it is a programming. It is simply programming. By the end of this broadcast, you may not be able to see the video, the pictures on YouTube, but when I'm talking to you about it, I'll see if I can show you some things, maybe, but it will be shown on TikTok. And you will be seeing it, and I'll be reading a lot of things, and you will hear the reference points of where this caricature, where it started from, the origin of this caricature that they're now trying to say it's a tradition. It is not. This is about racism. It is about racism, and I am categorical about this, and I stand by that. So let me just put this up here. The origin of Black Pete. So we are just gonna go for it. The origin of Black Pete. Yeah. So just so because we have to say that, you know, because a lot of people don't understand half the time of what is being done, and we need to re-educate. And certainly for us as Black people, we can better able confront it when we see it, and also for the communities in which this is done, they can re-educate themselves that this is wrong, that you cannot, because somebody has told you this is how we've been doing things and all that, and it is wrong, that you stick to it, come what may. No, you must challenge this. We need you to play your part and re-educate the coming generation that they can no longer allow this to go on. Okay? Now, let me just put that there. So please, as you're coming in, subscribe to Citizen AY. Give us a thumbs up as you're watching. We really do need that support from you. It really helps us. We're trying to grow our platform, and we're trying to do a lot of work as well in terms of raising awareness about our rights in many parts of Africa. So we need a lot of support. So please subscribe to us, hit notification button, give us thumbs up. As you're watching, there's 6 of you watching me right now on YouTube. Please, 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 do me a favor. Can I have a few thumbs up from you guys? I'd really appreciate that. I'd really appreciate that. Let's go forward now. We're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna bring this there so that you will see this. Now, okay, so we're about to go live, but before I do that, let me just bring this. So we need you to, it is important that we have this discussion. So please, as you're watching, can I have thumbs up, please? I appeal to you to help me grow my platform. There's a lot of work we're trying to do. You see this document here. We're trying to make sure we give it to very local, young, to our villages and towns, so they know their rights in their local language. By you subscribing to my platform, the platform will grow. I'll be able to generate some funds that way that I can now use in funding, printing this document for close on 30 million people, village by village. This is a drive. We have a website where we put the document on, that those of you who are tech savvy, fine, you can use that. But for the communities, they need the hard copy of this in their own language. So the work we're doing here is multifaceted. It's all about challenging, ideas that really clearly are harmful to both sides. Both sides, I state. People may not realize. When you're in a place where you're being told that this is the right way to do things, and and you're being psychologically told to suppress your innate feeling of something being wrong, that is not a good thing to happen. So we need that support from you. Please give us a thumbs up. Help us reach more people. Let me see the origin of party. Origin, yeah, of Black Pete. Okay, open. So now, here we go. We're going live now on TikTok. Okay, so. Okay, let me 1 second. Let me just check what's going on here. Okay, greetings and welcome. I don't know what's going on there. We're back in a second. I don't know what is going on. We are here. I am here. I don't know why it's doing that, but we will get it sorted out. Just give me a minute, please. You're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I don't quite know why this is a thing now, because it's okay. Just give me 1 second. I think the batteries are playing up somewhat. I don't know. It's fiddly somewhat. I don't know why it's doing that. It shouldn't be doing it, but just bear with me. So we'll be resolving that shortly, I'm sure. So here we are. Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. As ever, if you are joining us for the first time and you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY. Tap on the screen, share the broadcast. This is a very educative program, and it really is going to confront a number of things. The reason why I'm bringing this program, I'll shortly explain to you. There's been a number of people challenging what we discussed on what I put on my platform on Facebook, Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We really appreciate you. You see, I've not even done anything, and there's an appeal already that I'm being blocked from gifting. And I'm trying to explain something. This has to stop. This has to stop. Those of you who are watching me on, I'm going to be sharing it. Those of you who are watching me on TikTok, please. You see, they keep blocking me. And I'm trying to explain what is being done. We need to understand. We have to be able to speak truth to power. If we're not being allowed to speak truth to power, what kind of a world are we in? Hi there, Kit, 7GM. Hi, welcome. Please do me a favor, those of you on YouTube, give us thumbs up. Can you give us a thumbs up? Subscribe, hit the notification button, give us thumbs up. Help us with more people. I have broken no rules. I am only educating. Only educating my fans. On important issues. Yeah? So I'm putting that down and see what they say. They're probably going to turn it down, but please tap on the screen as you're watching. Don't forget, subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube, hit notification button, give us thumbs up. We do need your help and your support. So tap on the screen. Please go to my YouTube channel right now as you're watching me on TikTok. Go to my YouTube channel and give us and subscribe, hit notification button, give us thumbs up. Thumbs up, help us with more people. We need your support. We crave your indulgence in this very important topic. And I think this is something that we need to explain to our people. Some people, they're even saying that, oh, this is nonsense, this is nothing. They don't, they don't seem to understand the enormity of this topic of Black Pete, and and we are going to go into that. And then, of course, we might, if we have enough time, we'll probably talk about what is going on, the ongoing sale of Black people that is began already again in Arab countries. And that is something that we need to address and we need to speak about. But this is a very important, we start off here first. We start off here and then we'll cover this at length. So without much ado, I thank you all so very much. I hope you're finding this beneficial. Please, it is very, very important that you It's very, very important that you help us spread the message. It is very, very important. Now, welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Greetings and hello. In the world that we're living in 2026, I, for one, as a black person, do not and cannot see a place, room for anything that disparages myself. Appeal not approved. I'm not surprised. It's fine. Anyway, so hello to you all. You can see that I'm being blocked on TikTok. But please do me a favor. Those of you watching me on TikTok right now, you can see there's a sign that is urging you. Please go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube. Go and subscribe. Just follow that, and please subscribe to Citizen AY. It is of immense importance. I urge you. We are going to talk about a very important topic. It's about Black Pete and other kind of caricatures that we've been seeing in many European countries. Now, the argument that has been put forward has been that these caricatures have been traditional, and it's, therefore it's not intended to harm or to offend or anything. So we shouldn't take it from that point of view. We should just what's the word? It's not intended to harm. Well, we're gonna go and read a little bit more, and I am here to confront that idea. I am here to expose the fraud of that idea that those who are doing Black Pete are simply carrying out what is a tradition of theirs. It is not a tradition. It is actually a programming tool. I make boast to suggest, and I boldly state that this is nothing more than a indoctrination, programming of the people to prime them to accept that they will see other people as lesser than. And that is what we are here to expose. Now, if you look at, I want to just show you something quickly. Where is it? Go one more step. Now, they call it Zwart Piet. Yeah? It's called Zwart Piet. Let's look at that. It says a children's book from 1915. Please, I want you to hold on to that idea. There was a book. So you need to understand. They say tradition. I'm trying to break this down piece by piece. So at the end of this broadcast, Lizzie, thank you very much. You won't be able to see the pictures now, but I can point you to my TikTok and you'll see it, but only for that purposes. But as I'm talking about it, there are reference points that I'm talking about. There is, you can of course go online and check. There is, we're talking about, they call it Zwart Piet in the Dutch and the Spanish and all that. They have different names, but it's essentially the same thing. Now, this came from a book. They said a children's book from 1915 titled In the Bag, The Grave Fate of Naughty Great and Pete, depicting Zwart Piet and his bag with naughty kids inside. Now, clearly, you can see the machinations behind that. Please, as you're coming in, subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Go to my platform on YouTube right now and subscribe, and I'd really be grateful for that help. The reason why I'm asking you to subscribe is, you see, I've spoken about this book quite a few times. Many of you would have seen me holding this book up. Sorry, I'm just trying to see if you can. Yeah, you'd have seen me holding this book up. It is written in my own language, Yoruba language, and that book has got information that the people in the communities don't know about in their constitution. The constitution is written in English. My people in the villages, in 30 million Yoruba people, do not know their rights in their local language. 30 million. And that, because there's 60 million of us, and that is even a conservative estimate. It couldn't be as high as 40 million people do not know their rights in their local language. So what we are trying to do on this platform is we have a website, www.citizenay.org. We have put this on the website for free. This is absolutely free. And it is there detailing the Constitution of Nigeria in local language, sections of it, so that they can understand. And also we are talking to them through how they can take that knowledge to now begin to participate in their governance and hold their governance to account. So they can get things like good roads, water, light, schools, bridges, healthcare, safety and security, to name but a few. So please, when we are saying this to you, it is very, very important that you help us by going to subscribe to us on YouTube. I know that what is going on TikTok is that they are limiting my broadcast, but nonetheless, we will persevere, we will continue, and I trust people will join me nonetheless. I'm really grateful for those of you who are on YouTube and following us. Thank you so very much. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let me just quickly say a quick hello to those of you who are on YouTube right now, just to acknowledge your presence and mention your name, because I believe that's the best thing to do, to really to show my appreciation for you taking the time to be part of this broadcast. Let me see. I'm trying to find the names. So Easy, greetings to you. Kate, greetings to you, and others as well. So I will just quickly see if I can go Kate. I'm going to try and just say Kate, see what happens if I do that. If I do that. So we are going to carry on with the work. So I need your support. I really do need your support. If you can, so put quick hi there. So, and others, we need your support. Help us grow the platform. Share this live. Share it. There is important information that we need to share. We need to confront the lies that we've been told about. Oh, it is a tradition. Black Pete and others are nothing but indoctrination into racism. And I say that with boldness. I say that with my full chest, and I say it categorically because the evidence points to that. And we mustn't shy away. These are the we have to impact the world in a better way, in a much more impactful way, meaningful way, by speaking truth to power. And of course, this platform, as you all know, Citizen AY, is a platform where we speak truth to power. It is important that we carry on with that. Please subscribe to Citizen AY. Help us by sharing the broadcast. Let us reach more people. Hi to you all. Hi. So please continue to tap on the screen and share. I know that TikTok are making it difficult. They don't want the broadcast to go far. But you know what? We are going to carry on. So now, like I was saying, the origin of Black Pete. The origin of Black Pete. I make bold to suggest and to tell you that this Black Pete is nothing but more than an indoctrination in racism. I am saying that boldly. And as you see on the screen, there is Black Pete. Black Pete was from a book, a children's book in 1915 titled The Bag, the Grave Fate of Naughty Grete and Pete, depicting Zwart Piet and his bag with naughty kids inside. Now let's carry on. This is in 1915. I want you to keep that date in mind. As you're watching me, please go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Let me just see if I can do something quickly to, I might want to bring some more people in. I just realized I've not done something might be worth doing. Can I do that? Yeah, I can. Just give me 1 second. So keep that date in mind. I want you to keep the year in mind, 1915. Keep that year in mind. And I will tell you, and it will become apparent later on. Keep 1915 in mind, because it is very important, and that will tell you when everything when it will become apparent from the discussions, that you will now see that okay, this is a pattern, this is a deliberate thing, you know, and you know, we need that to be really exposed. It has to be exposed, and we don't want this to be something that is just by the way, by the by thing. No. So, okay, that's fine. I'll come back. Don't worry, I'll come back to it. So 1 second, we're just almost there. I just want to do something quickly here before I go too far ahead. So here we go. Put it here. No. Sorry, not there. Just give me a minute, please. Where is it? There is it. Okay, is that the one? That's the only one. Good. So we're gonna go into my Citizen AY. So let me just go. Please join me. Yeah. Okay, 1 minute as we discuss the origin of Black Pete. Okay, so live on YouTube. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna put that there, paste. So okay, so now go, yeah. So okay, this should be interesting. So just give me a minute. We just need people to understand, because it is important that we state these things. It's not about me trying to say anything one way or the other. It's about people. We need to share this information far and wide. For too long, we've allowed others to tell us who we are, and everything else. And we must confront and challenge those things head on. We must confront and challenge it head on. So please join me. So like I was saying, so it says here, Me in the Zack. Now, it says children's book, 1915, titled in 1915, in the bag, the grave fate, naughty Gretchen and Peter, depicting Zwart Piet and his bag with naughty kids inside, meaning that Zwart Black Pete takes naughty kids away inside. So other Black Pete words, names, Peter Swart, Pete Hattingham, Pete Hitam, whatever. Anyway, so similar, Krampus, Knecht, Christmas, Father Christmas or whatever, Rupert and all that. That's all the names. Folklore, Dodge. Please remember, this book was written in 1915. Okay? Remember that. Tap on the screen and share. Help us grow the platform. This book was written in 1915. It is on there. I'm going to make it in blue for those of you who are watching me. So yeah, hopefully people will share that. Let me pin that to the top of the page as well, because I need you to, can I pin it? No, okay, no. All right, but anyway, it is there. Welcome, those of you who are watching. If you are joining me for the first time and you haven't subscribed to Citizen AY on YouTube, please go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Hit notification button, give us thumbs up, help us reach more people. So now we now go, this is with Netherlands, Luxembourg, Curacao, Aruba, Indonesia, So they printed this out in 1915. Now, this is how they depict. You won't be able to see it on, can I do it another way? Now, you won't be able to see it on YouTube, but I'm showing you the picture of Black Pete that they've done under the book. And in there, it shows the face of a person, an European putting their face from an European person into a black person with the caricature of the big lips. A person in a traditional Zwart Piet costume, they said. The person modernized Sooty Piet costume. Now, so that is the foundation, and it's to do with Father Christmas. It's just so we understand. Please tap on the screen and share. You are, of course, listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I hope you can hear me. Let me know if my voice tails off. I need you to help us grow the platform. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Help us reach more people. We really do need your support. Now, the depiction of Zwart Piet has gone through several changes since the mid-19th century. The earliest illustration of the character comes from 1850 book by Amsterdam school teacher Jan and portrays him as a black Moor. You see? Black Moor. This became dominant representation in Zwart Piet throughout 20th century. The portrait of traditional characters and traditional version of the character, since deemed a racial stereotype, usually put on a black face and colorful resonance attire, in addition curly wigs and bright red lipstick. Now, this is where you need to understand that there's a game that's being played here, and it will become apparent. This version of Zwart Piet became increasingly controversial in the late 20th century. Throughout the years that had followed, alternative later debated among the multicolored Piets. By 2021, a revised version, dubbed Sooty Piet, had become more common than the traditional variant in events and in television specials. Sooty Piet features natural skin tone of the actors playing the character with soot marks created with streaks of dark makeup on their faces. Okay, Zwart Piet character is part of the annual feast of St. Nicholas, celebrated in December 5th of December. Now, all that is well and good. Explanation, and I'm not, here to dispute certain aspects of it in terms of that, but that book is something that you need to understand. 1915 is what I need you to understand, so that when we're now talking about this, you actually get, when I now go into detail about it, you will get a clearer picture of why we need to challenge this. We have to challenge this idea that they put forward. It is not acceptable, nor, it is not. It is racism. And like I said, I will be putting that to you. As far as the research I've done, it points to that. And I want to, I will be bringing that to you in due course. Let me just check what's going on with the picture. Don't know why that's gone off, but anyway, we're here. We are trying to get that up and running. So what's going on? Okay, just give me 1 second. The picture of visuals, I've lost the visuals on TikTok. So I'm trying to make sure I get that up and running again. So just bear with me. We will, of course, get that sorted out, but it does take time. So here we are. Okay, I'll get that done. So, like I said, there's a lot of misconceptions and things. And like I said, the manner in which this is done, by the time we finish, it will be clear to you that, is what Pete, and the manner in which the lipstick thing is a caricature that we cannot accept. We cannot accept a caricature of who we are, certainly as black people. They may say, it's the part of the history. Yes, you can talk about history, but you do not go and start drawing big lips, in a way to try and, and that's not, instead you get people, if you want to say that, then rather than use a white person to play that part, and which is what, this is where, listen to what I said. They're using a white person to play the part of a black person. That's not right. No way. They won't allow a black person to play a role of, what's the role that they say? I mean, James Bond, for example. They don't allow that. I'm just giving an example of, how this thinking, this thinking has gone on. And we need to be very, very clear about that this is not something that we tolerate in any way, shape, or form. As you're watching us, tap on the screen, share the broadcast. You are, of course, watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Right? Let me say a quick hello to the people who are on TikTok. Greetings and welcome. Let me see. David Kabagwire, Josephine Unda, Elderly Mom, Songi, Charles London, Tara, Josephine, Akepong Azema, and many, many, many others. They keep suspending me for gifting, but they keep suspending me, but we will keep writing and tell them what we can only speak our own truth. So, now, where are we now? Where are we? Okay. So, yeah. So I'm going to make that smaller so you can now see where we are. Okay. So, 1 minute. Make sure. You see? Yeah. I've done that, but they don't want me to talk about it. They just keep wanting me to be silent, and I cannot be silent. Okay, so if you want to play Black Pete, if you want SWAT Pete, then put a black person there then. If that's what you want, a black person must play that role. You cannot keep doing this and painting. That's not right. It's unacceptable. And the caricature is the thing that I'm really getting at. And I'll be showing you why that is a major problem and why we need to reject it. And we don't want no excuses. We mustn't entertain any excuses on what is being done and what is being portrayed. We need to reject it, and they must do the right thing. It's end of story. That is it. It is not even a debate now. Sorry, 1 second. Where is it? Here we are. Okay. So, you can see that now. So, please just remember, 1915. Now, if you look at the lady that's in the picture, those of you on TikTok, you can see there's a lady who's dressed as Black Pete. The question I'm asking is, in this day and age where we have black people, why are we having a white person play the role of a black person? Why? Why? There are black people in Netherlands. Why? Are they not good enough? Why? 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 Someone tell me why. Why are black people in Holland not being, if you said it's a black person, why can they not play the role of Black Pete? Why? It's in your storybook. Your storybook said, let's read the storybook. He said here, Black Pete. Now it says, a children's book from 1915 titled The Bag, the Grave of Fate, Naughty, Grete, Pete, and depicting Zwart Pete and his bag with naughty kids inside. So that is a black person that's supposed to play that role. If we are going to go with the logical thinking, a black person should be playing that role, if that's what you want to say. Not that I want to play that, because that's not what I want to do. And even if they say no, if they said no to it, they have a right to say no because of the depiction of what it's stating. Because the message to say that a black person will carry naughty kids inside their bag. What do we say about people, elderly, old people, adults taking kids away? What do we say? What kind of message is that? I'm asking a question here. I'm genuinely asking a question of something that is, in my opinion, very, very wrong. What are we saying? That's the question I'm asking. Hi to Zuri, hi to Augustine de Sitter. Yeah. Okay, it cannot be restored. They're not going to restore it in the recommendations. They don't want me to talk. I have to be talking about nice stuff. If I came on this platform now and I start showing half naked women, watch how my broadcast will fly. I'm going to try it one day. I'm actually going to do an experience one day. I'm going to put a half naked girl with a very, very raunchy shot on the screen. And let us see whether I get blocked for that as well. That'll be interesting because I'm just talking and my talk is being blocked. Please don't forget, as you're watching, tap on the screen. Help us grow the platform. You're listening to Citizen NY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Now, like I said, that book was written in 1915, right? Okay. Like I said, now, let us go and do something. The reason why the face that they are painting on is a problem is because of this. The book was written in 1915. Now, there is, how many of you know about minstrels? How many of you know about minstrels? How many of you know about minstrels? Okay? Blackface. Can you see that? Blackface. So, there was a man called William H. West Minstrel Show. William H. West Minstrel Show. And the show was about blackface. Because there was a time where black people were not allowed to be on camera or to be even in shows or to run anything, circuses, anything. We were not supposed to be seen. We were not supposed to be talking. We were denied the right to be as just like anybody else. So what they did was they started European actors will blacken up their faces and decide to play the role of a black man. This was in the 1900s. This reproduction of 1900 William H. West Minstrel Show poster. You see? This poster was in 1900. Now, what year was the book written? Anybody remember the word I said about the year? What year was the book written? Was it not 1915? Let's go have a look. The book was written in 1915, right? Here we go. The book was, you won't see it on YouTube, but trust me, it is on TikTok, and I will share that section to show you where I'm showing the contrast. The book was written in 1915, right? And that was 15 years after the minstrel show that William H. Minstrel was taken around making caricature of black people. And in the picture that you can see on the screen of this William H., you can see him as a normal white person. And then in the next picture, you see him black top with big lips. Now, let us go and read what they said about what he did. Let us read that. The reproduction of William H. Westminster Show poster, originally published by Strawbridge Lithographing Company, shows the transformation from a person of European descent to a caricature of a dark-skinned person of African descent. Are you following what I'm putting down? Are you all picking up what I am putting down? Oh, Linda, let me bring you up. Are you all putting up what I'm putting down? I'll bring Linda up, and yeah, brilliant. I've been looking for I hope Linda can join me. Good morning. Yes. Long live AES, of course. Linda, hope you can join me. Yes, my brother. I do apologize. I've been busy. I meant to call you. I did try to call you at one point, but I know you were. I was going to call you in the morning, but it's just been hectic. It's been full on. So I'm here. I hope you can join me. Beg your pardon. So I hope you guys can join me. I know TikTok has been very, very difficult with me right now. You guys can join. So greetings. Hi, Black Stallion. Linda, are you there? You there? Hello? Can you hear me? Hi, Black Stallion. How you doing, my brother?
Yeah, I hear you, brother.
Oh, good. Greetings. Apologies, I've not been able to get in touch with you. It's been hectic. It's been full on. Been trying to get one or two things done, and I was gonna call you yesterday morning, but I thought you being in the US, it might be too early. So, and then by the time I've just been hectic, but I am, I have it in mind. Trust me, because I love the idea of the books that we talked about, and we'll expatiate further. But let me make some progress. We are here just to give you guys, those of you joining us, heads up. We are talking about the Black Pete celebration that is going on in European countries, and the connection between that and the and what is the racist element, the strong racist element of that Black Pete, and how that must be addressed. And I put it to you that the Black Pete book, The Black Pete, was first written in 1915. And you can see it on there. This book was written in 1915, Me Inden Zak. And in there, it talked about a children's book from 1915 titled The Bag, The Grave Fate of Naughty Grete and Peter, depicting Zwart Piet and his bag with naughty kids inside. Now, what that means is that when the kids were naughty, Black Pete, someone like me, will take the kids away. That's what it means. That's fine in of itself. The problem is the caricature nature that they portray we Black people. And we have every right to reject that. Linda, I'm sending you an invite. I hope you accept. We have every right to reject that. And there's been a lot of, there's been a very, very loud debate or ongoing debate on my platform on Facebook. I will show you that platform, that page. And on there, there's been over 500,000 people who are really debating on that. Oh, I'm trying to invite her, but she's not picking up. Let me see. Okay, she's not in there. Okay, I'll leave it for now. I've sent her an invite. Hopefully she will join me. I've not seen her. I've been trying to bring her back. I'm sending her an invite. Unless something is, I've invited her. Okay, so let me quickly show you my page so that you can get a flavor of what I'm talking about. Let me quickly go to and get you my Facebook page. So this is my Facebook page. I'll be off the screen for a little bit. Wow, this is you see, let me show you something quickly on my Facebook page as you're watching. So there's been a raging debate on my Facebook page, Citizen AY. Right, there we go. So that's it's there. So this is what I showed, and I will actually play it. Let me play it for you. and I want you to then, so you get context.
Greetings all, and welcome to Citizen Airwire, the platform where we speak truth to power. And look at what they're doing in this, like Spain and Holland, where they're doing this black people, whatever they call it. In their opinion, to ridicule black people by depicting the red big lips and then laughing about it, according to them, is their tradition. This is yet an excuse, it's a blatant disregard for the people that they are mocking, in my opinion. What are your thoughts, Citizen Airwire?
So, if I go and show you, there have been over 500,000 people, really 5,000 likes and 7,900 comments. So that's on my Facebook page. If you're on Facebook, follow me, give me a follow on there. And that was why I decided that it was sufficient. There's enough. I mean, I could go down and down. Look at that. So there's pictures of people on the side there that you can see. And there's a lot of comments going down where some people have actually tried to come and justify Black Pete, at least in the manner it is currently displayed, which to me as a black person, I find very deeply offensive. Not just myself, many people. And you know, so they come. You see the comments. I could go on and on and on and on and on. Thousands, 6,148 comments on that page. So you can go on my Facebook page and you will see that there. So there's been a raging debate. People have different pictures, different things, and you know, this platform, we aim to look at things and do research and bring information to the general public. So that's what we did, and I've also actually. People may actually from there follow and watch this broadcast, maybe now or later on. But please do me a favor as you're watching this broadcast. Subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. The prompter is there reminding you to go to my platform on YouTube and subscribe to Citizen AY. Do 4 things for me. Subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification button, finally share. Can you gift the platform as well? On YouTube, you know, you can super chat. We very much appreciate super chat, and of course, you can also leave comments. If you leave comments, I'm happy to read your comments. Some people have said hi. Easy and Kate have said hi, and I've said hi back to the two of them, and I'm grateful for those who are joining. So please do me a favor. As you're watching this live, go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. TikTok are very heavy on my platform. They're restricting my viewership, but that's fine. Please do me a favor. As you're coming in, go to my YouTube channel, subscribe, hit notification button, give us a thumbs up, and of course, share the broadcast. You can share it also now on TikTok, although it's facing heavy restrictions. Now, let's carry on. Now, the thing I wanted to bring about, like I said, so this book here now depicts black people as people that will carry, that is the generalization that will take away naughty kids. There's nothing wrong in of itself of joking about it in that way. But in the day and age that we're in, we always tell people, adults and children, if you don't know somebody takes away your child, what kind of a message are they trying to portray about black people? That's another thing as well. Why isn't a black person playing that role? You know, and also, is that, you know, this is something that we need to be looking at. Anyway, now, going back to the minstrels. The minstrels came about in the 1900s. European actors, Europeans, were acting as black people. So they blackened their face up and they made big lips. Please take note of the big lips. Take note of the big lips on this picture. Take note, because that is the central, not only the big lips, the blackening of the face and the big lips, the two of them. Because what that does is, they said it here. They said the man here, the man in the picture that you see, if you look at the picture, him on the left, that's him as an European. And then when he now blackens up his face, it says a European, from a person of European descent to a caricature of a dark-skinned African person of African descent. The point I am making is this. The picture, if you look at on the screen, the picture that you see just below the caricature where I said the origin of Black Pete, they are having their lips in that big, put the big thing there. That is a caricature. You can see the similarity. Please, if you disagree, let me know. Let me pause for a minute. Let me bring in Black Stallion. I wanted to hear your thoughts on what I've said so far. Go ahead. Welcome. Black. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here, brother.
Yeah. Go ahead. What would you like to say on this?
I read a book years ago titled Black Like You. And I can put the title and the author in the commentary.
Yeah.
And it kind of gives you a history of the minstrel. And also was another cat, even before then, that, in fact, he was considered in many ways the almost like the forerunner.
Exactly.
With this
Black Pete.
This disrespectful, making mockery of us, so to speak.
Exactly.
But yeah, the title of the book was called Black Like You, written by a guy named John Strasbourg, and I can put that in the comment section.
I'll write it down now.
I'm talking.
Yeah,
but it was the cat that came before him. And in fact, that was the origin of the Jim Crow term.
Exactly.
And he came up with that. So that term Jim Crow sprung from that.
You see?
So a lot of us just don't know the history, or should I say not interested in the history. And I think Spike Lee made a movie. Our brother Spike Lee made a movie. Somewhat giving a history about that. I forgot the name of the movie, but I watched it years ago.
Yeah, just tell me quickly. You said I've written the name of the book down. Black Like You by who again?
By John
Strasbourg. Okay.
I put it in the comment section. Hold on.
Okay, thanks. John Strasbourg. I want to try and see if I can find it online. Black Like You.
Okay, there it is.
Okay, Strasbourg. Thank you. Yeah,
I put it in the comment section.
Thank you.
There's something wrong with the audio too. I can't hear you at all. It's just blank. It's in and out. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me at all now? Can you hear me at all? Hello?
Yeah, I can.
Can you hear me now? Is that better? Hello?
Yeah, you're in and out.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of static.
You know what? I think the topic I'm covering is making it. They're doing something to my platform. I don't know what it is, because I've been doing broadcasts. You've had me before, but I don't know. Can you make sense of what I'm saying at all? Hello? Can you hear me at all? Hello? Yeah, there's something going on here. Hello? Okay. Yeah, I know what's going on. It doesn't matter. Yeah, okay. We will play this back again. You can hear me, Ebony Phoenix. Thank you very much. Good day. Okay, Ebony Phoenix, I'll bring you on board as well.
Okay.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay, I know there's some sort of scratchy stuff on it. I don't understand why. I mean, I'm using, my mic, like you can see on the screen. Everything is all mic'd up. It's all, the levels are good. But for some reason, and there's no peaking sign. I'm not getting any peaking sign on the on my broadcast, but for some reason it seems to be wanting to do that. But anyway, you carry on for a bit. Tell us more from your point of view, please.
Yeah, there was another cat by the name of Thomas D. Rice. He came along almost around the he was before this guy West. And he was doing his thing. I think he died in 1860. When I recall reading his history years ago. Forgive me, it's been so many years I read these books and things and I studied this, so my mind does it. I can't recall everything, but key things pop.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's just to give us an insight into the thinking. Yeah.
His name was Thomas D. Rice. I think D, the middle name was Dartmouth, I think. But anyway, he was like, he's considered the father of minstrel, to be totally honest. Came before Mr. West, and with the blackface thing, African Americans using the vernacular, the speech, and he was very popular. And in fact, he earned the title father of the American minstrel, believe it or not. And then I think, of course, he popularized it. And then his name was Thomas D. Rice. And then here come this cat you talking about now. So,
I've got him on the screen now. I've got him on the screen. Thomas D. Rice. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Let me see if I'll make it bigger. See that? Can you see that?
Yeah.
That's him there. So Thomas D. Rice.
In fact, the Jim Crow is birthed from him.
Yes, you're right.
Believe it or not.
You're right. You're right. It shows.
When they turned it into something, wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a dirty game, man. It's a dirty game. These people are just wicked, man, and that's just the bottom line. They've been making mockery of us for centuries, man. It's nothing new. Really, 2,000 plus years, to be honest.
Yeah.
Some say longer, but definitely it's been over 2,000. In fact, if we really do our homework, they've been making mockery of the black man and woman, the original people of this earth, for at least 2,000 to 4,000 years, and still making. So a lot of us don't read, brother. We don't. I stand by what I say. The black man in America, the black Africans in Africa, they hate books. They don't want to read. They're not interested. They want Jordans and iPhones and BMWs and Rolexes and
isn't that about conditioning? Isn't that about conditioning?
Yes, of course. We've been conditioned, indoctrinated, programmed. We've been misled, misinformed, miseducated. I mean, they've done a number on me and you, man. This is why we up here talking now. We're trying to deprogram and reprogram. We're trying to get our people's minds cleaned up. But Stockholm syndrome is so embedded in our blood, in fact, it's in our DNA now. We have to be completely cured of the Stockholm syndrome.
That's correct.
And this is why Kenya can't get out of the mess. Nigeria can't get out of the mess. These coon Negroes here in Black America, and I could just go on and on. And in the Caribbean, they've done a number on us, brother. A number. And man, it's going to take hundreds of years, brother, for us to get back to the back knowledge of ourselves, and so we can go back to using our full brain again. Yeah, this is we're gonna die doing this, brother. It ain't no way out for us.
No.
It ain't no backing down now. We ain't too deep.
Yeah.
So so we got to fight to the death, and that's just what it is. So we got work on our hands, man. I forgot the movie Bamboozled. That's the name of the movie that Spike Lee made. It's called Bamboozled. You might want to watch that movie by Spike Lee. And he lays down some history behind Mr. West and Mr. Rice.
Yeah.
But Mr. Rice is the father, and then here come West afterwards. So yeah, Black Like You. That's a real good book.
Okay.
And there's another one called, I forget the title. I think it's called Blackology or something, but it gives like the history of what you're discussing. It's just I'm glad you're bringing this out. What they're doing, brother, is reminding the world what they think of us, man. That's all. And what they think of us, I keep saying it. In their eyes, we're nothing but their slaves and servants.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. And we know it. We know it. And I don't know what it's going to take to get our leaders in Africa, our leaders in the Caribbean, the black leaders here in Black America, or those who are considered leaders anyway in the community. I don't know, we know, we're not slow now.
No.
But it's something, we've been poisoned. I like to say that.
Yeah.
All of us been poisoned. And that poison is in us, and we slowly detoxifying. We slowly, get purification. We're cleansing ourselves. But you're doing a good job, keeping things aware. A lot of everybody's up here on TikTok who's trying to share every live, who is trying to get us united. They're doing their part. I just hope that positive results come out of it when it's all said and done. So that's my take on that history. So I land with that.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you for, you see, this is why I love doing programs like this, because, but for you saying this, I would never have known about Black Like You, Joseph Solomon. There's a film I'm looking at now on the screen, and there's a lyric or something. So I'm going to try and get that book. Sorry, no. You said Joseph Strasberg. Sorry. I got the wrong one. But anyway, I'll get it. I'll get it. But I was just, I came across something and I thought it'd be good, but that's a song. But I'll get the Joseph Strasberg one. But the Bamboozle by Spike Lee, I'm definitely going to watch that. But the insight that you bring, this is what we need to be discussing in Black communities. And here's the thing. This is not only for Black communities. This is for Europeans themselves, because many of them have been misinformed, miseducated as well, to believing that we are caricatures, or to view us as caricatures, as that we have nothing to offer. And that actually does disservice to both sides. And I think it is really important to emphasize and state that loud and clear. So I thank you for your, I always knew that you had that knowledge base anyway. So when I saw you, I thought, perfect. I couldn't but help bring you up, and you delivered as ever. Black Stallion, my brother, you delivered, over-delivered, in fact, and I'm really grateful. But I just wanted to just show, I showed you let me see if I can get that video out, and I want you to see the video of what they're doing, and then look at it next to the minstrel. Then you can see that it is exactly the intention. The intention of blackening the face and painting big lips is to caricature we the Black people, and we have to reject it. It's not no ifs or buts, and we need to train our children, because the thing is that I've seen many Africans, I said, oh, they're just joking. No, this is deeper than joking. They are saying that you are not worth anything. You will not, as far as they're concerned, you will not be the same. You will not come to their level, and they will ridicule you out and see you as their peer or even above them. This is the magnitude of what we are facing. Right. Go ahead.
Citizen, look, let me tell you what we have to do. Not just me and you. Brothers and sisters like me and you that's serious. Now, I'm not talking these talkers. I'm talking about those who know the work that we got
to do
upon us. We got to get our people globally around this planet aware of our struggles, history. In other words, our historical struggles as a black race, as Africans around the globe, whether you call yourself black or African. And what I'm gonna say next, I know it's gonna sound impossible, or enormous, an enormous undertaking, but we have to get all our people in Africa, the Caribbean, Black America, Australia, Central, Latin, South America, Oaxaca, Veracruz, Canada, all the blacks in London, Asia, wherever we at, we got to get us all aware and knowledgeable of all the books written by our scholars and ancestors.
Yes,
we all should know.
We spoke about that, and that's what, and we need to. Yeah, like I said, I will be in touch. I'm hoping we gotta. I can't wait, right, because it is something that needs to be done.
Right.
Go ahead.
Right. I'm gonna take it a little further. And I'm angry at the black man here in America. I'm angry at the black brothers from the Caribbean, our brothers here in America, and I'm angry at the black man, the African brothers here in America. I'm angry at all of us. And here's why I'm angry at these brothers, our brothers, because they refuse to shop at all the black-owned bookstores in America.
Yeah. You are justified. You are justified, and I support you. And we need to. That the only way we can help ourselves is to shop from ourselves. You're right.
Right. And we have 100. Listen to what I'm about to say, citizen. This goes for you too, brother, citizen, if you're guilty. We have 125 black-owned bookstores. We have 125 black-owned bookstores in America.
What?
That's a fact. According to our brother that be on TikTok, I think he got a page called the Education something. Now, if he's correct, I thought it was only 73, but he corrected me one day on TikTok. He said, "No, brother, it's 125." Now, since that's the truth, according to him, then how come our brothers from Africa here in America are not shopping there? How come our brothers from the Caribbean islands here in America are not shopping there? How come all of us 43 million black Americans are not packing our black bookstores? So I blame us. So I blame us. And here's another truth. This goes for me and you, brother citizen, and everybody that's listening. Stop lying and talking about you don't have no money and you broke. Stop with them lies. This goes for myself and you, brother citizen, and everybody listening. We find money for what we want. We go where we want, and we buy what we want. So we got money. We're just not interested in self and what we own and what we produce and our businesses. So I hear all the time on TikTok, in my neighborhood, my family members, my associates, brothers and sisters that's in my circle, always crying, talking about they broke and they struggling and they ain't got no money. I know what they mean, but when I observe them, they take that money and they buy what they want and they spend and they go around, do whatever they want. And usually they're giving the money to people that don't look like me and you, citizen. This is the truth. Now, those of you who are not guilty of what I'm saying, then I'm not talking to you. But I'm talking, if the shoe fits, wear it. You shop at Amazon, you shop at Walmart. If I go in your house and inspected every item where you live, I'm talking your house, and this goes for me too. I mean, most of my stuff black owned now, but if you go into our houses and inspect every item in our house, I'm talking about every item, furniture, TV, flat screens, refrigerator, everything, clothes. Most of it's not owned and produced by us. We don't have if you go in most of our houses, as much as possible, everything in our house should be made in Africa. All our African, if you black, your entire, if you black, your entire apartment, flat in Nigeria
should be
in America, wherever if you black anywhere, your whole house supposed to look resemble you, reflect a reflection of you.
Facts.
But we got enough art and decor to decorate our house and support us and keep us in business. We ain't got to decorate our house with stuff made in China and America and France and Germany and Europe. We don't have to do that no more. This is facts. So do you know how much art and decor Africa make across that continent, from country to country?
A lot.
But yet, I was in Nigeria. I've been in Nigerian, many Nigerians' flats and compounds. I'm just telling the truth. Citizen, I got to tell the truth now. I've been in some of their houses. I ain't gonna say no names because you might be related to some of them. But I've been in their houses. I seen white Jesus on the wall.
Oh man, yeah, that taunts me. I keep telling them. I've been telling everybody, he's not white. You take it off your wall. Take it off your wall. You're misinformed. Hey, I say that.
Hey, watch this. I've been in certain flats in Lagos, on the mainland and the island, where I thought I was in a European house in America.
Fail. Oh my gosh, man.
This in Nigeria now. This in Black Africa. So the same thing here in Black America. You go in some of these Negroes' houses, man, you think you're in a white girl house, white boy house. I'm telling you, they ain't got no pictures of Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, no red, black, and green. They ain't got no African nothing. No black soap, no shea butter, no black-owned light bulbs, black-owned toothbrushes. No.
Wow.
I know, because I got family members that's first-class Negroes, first-class coons. I'm talking about my family members, blood.
Yeah. It's everywhere. This thing is deep. This thing is way deep. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, brother. Yeah. They've done a number on me and you, citizen, and I'm trying to, I'm still detoxifying, man. I'm still trying to, get purify, cleanse, because it's hard, man. This makes brother. I mean, it's good. That's why I say, man. I really commend you, man, and brothers like you that's up here on TikTok trying to unite and get us educated, because we surely need it. But again, I stand by what I say. I'm talking to the Pan-Africans up here that you do all these lives, all the pro-black platforms. I'm talking to all black people on the planet. Stop talking about you ain't got no money. Just stop with them lies. I'm sick of it. You find money for that devil. Am I right or wrong, citizen?
You're right. You're on it. You're on the money. I think this is why we need to be more proactive. I think buying from our own communities, buying from our shops at least once a month. Make it a point to go to an African shop. Even if it's to buy just food, buy it. If they got clothes, buy it. If they got books, buy it. That's the only way we can help our communities, both at home and abroad. We need to buy black, because unless we do that, ain't nobody gonna help us. As you Americans say, ain't nobody. We are all we got. We are all we got. As you always say. And that is really important for us to take on. And I'm so glad that you mentioned that. And this is not trying to put anybody down or anything, but we got work to do, and we cannot keep making excuses. We got to call it out. We need to actually, even if you can put something aside, and that's why I say to everybody, let's help each other. That's why I'm saying it now. You know, I know when I talk about this, I don't want to ask people for money for this book. But all I'm asking them is to subscribe. If you subscribe, you subscribing, okay, thanks, go ahead. You subscribing will mean that I can get these books into the palms of people in the villages, and they can begin to hold their governors to account. They make them accountable with your help. So that's why you see the sign below says go and subscribe. Go right ahead. Subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Help us grow the platform. We appreciate each and every one of you as you're watching. Sorry, I no wonder it was a bit off. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. Here we go. Sorry. So yeah. So it is very important that you all help and you subscribe to the platform. You help us, share the broadcast, share the live, get the funding, so that we can actually get those things done. To begin to reawaken our people. What you're seeing on the screen. Let me show you that again. And I'm going to move on to and this does not only apply to Europe alone. It's the same thing in Arab countries as well. It's the same thing. And I will talk about that shortly. But I wanted to talk about this, and I wanted to make sure that the link is established so that we understand in no uncertain terms that this is what has happened and we need to put a stop to it. And let me show you the picture again. I'm just going to go to my page. So if you're following me on Facebook already, you will know it's growing and we need your support. So now I'll show you that picture again, just so we can recap on what I've just been saying. That the nature
Greetings all. Welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power.
How about listen?
Look at what they're doing in this, like Spain and Holland, where they're doing this black people, whatever they call it. In their opinion, to ridicule black people by depicting the red big lips and then laughing about it, according to them, is their tradition. This is yet an excuse. It's a blatant disregard for the people that they're mocking, in my opinion. What are your thoughts, Citizen AY?
So, you can see on the screen, I'm going to go back and I'm going to pause and I will bring the picture up. I want to go to the beginning. So I want you to see at the beginning. Right. Look at that picture. Now, let me bring the picture that I brought up. Now, can you see the similarity? Can you see the similarity between the caricature? Can you see that? Can you see the similarity of the caricature of, this is in 2022 or 2023. Can you see the similarity of what they're doing? Can you see it? Thank you, Ebony Phoenix. I'm going to add, I can't seem to bring people on. TikTok are making it difficult for me to even bring people on to join me. Okay, that's fine. But anyway, that's why I keep saying, go ahead and subscribe to me on YouTube. Help us grow the platform. Let me quickly just do something with this one so that will continue to show. Right, so just subscribe to us on YouTube. Help us grow the platform. We do need your support. So you can see. So this is what I am talking about. When I am saying that this is racism, this is what I mean. Because the minstrels, they're using the cover, they're trying to say it's a book. Minstrels, this guy, William H. something, started doing these minstrels in 1900. And as you heard from Black Stallion, there was another guy who was doing that before. I can't remember that name now. But the point I'm making is that this is a caricature. And it is unacceptable. It is, I am saying it categorically, no ifs, no buts. I am stating that this is wrong. This is wrong. It is unacceptable. It must be stopped henceforth, and we must not relent. They are going to do the same thing around about November this year. We should watch out for it, wherever it's happening, and start letting them know that what they're doing is caricature, because this is what it states in the book. So you can see the caricature nature of what is being said here. Let me, I'll make the picture. You can see the, you can see Let me hold it next to each other. So you see that. So, because I want you to see my face. So you can see what they're doing. Please, as you're watching, those of you on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. Help us reach more people. We need your support. You can see this on the left is their Black Pete with the big lips. On the right is the minstrel show of William H. Minstrel in 1900. The book Black Pete was written in 1915. Now that book is heavily influenced by the minstrels. That's what I'm saying. That book is heavily influenced by the minstrels. Until today, this caricature of black people is this covert racism that we must call out. We must expose. And our children, we've been told, oh, just ignore it. They're just having fun. They're not having fun. No, it is a caricature. You read it on you can read it on the screen with me. Let me read this to you. The reproduction of the in 1900 William H. Westminster Show poster, originally published by the Strawbridge Lithographing Company, showing transformation from a person of European descent to a caricature of a dark-skinned person of African descent. So there is no doubt, there is zero doubt that what has been done here is racism. And I stand by my statements. There is zero doubt that what you are seeing on the screen next to each other is racism that we must call out, and it must stop, because that is caricaturing. There is one thing to say you want to look like a black person and you want to, that's fine, but to now, and because the idea of the caricature is that we are not able to what's the word, we don't have a brain to infantilize somebody that is brainy. It's not acceptable, and I'm stating that categorically. So I stand by this. I don't know what your thoughts are on it. Of course, you can have a debate. You can disagree with me. That's fine. You can disagree with me. But this is something that is simply perpetuating racism. What you're seeing on the screen in front of me, next to me, is perpetuating racism. And we must call it out. There is no ifs, no buts, no debate, nothing to do with my history or my tradition. So you're saying to me that racism is your tradition? Is that what you're saying? There are European people that absolutely abhor this. They don't stand for it. So that cannot be a tradition. That's what I'm saying. There are European people that abhor what you're seeing on the screen. They can't even stand it. But their voices are not being allowed to come through, because the system supports what you're seeing. It is on the calendar. It is on the calendar that they're doing this in November until the 5th of December. Caricaturing. That is promoting racism. What you see on the screen is promoting racism, and the foundations of it is this minstrel, as they call it. You see it there. Minstrel show. So we are little more than a show in the eyes of many. So I hope this makes sense. I will come back about this, and I will put this section out on the broadcast so that we can, because we need to see it. Because please, when you see this, share it. Share it. So that when those who are going to come and say to you, oh, no, they're just doing a tradition. This is not tradition. This is racism. This is nothing to do with tradition. This is barefaced racism. Covertly covered. Oh, we're just doing something that our ancestors did. No. This started in 1915. The minstrels came in 1890. The minstrels came before this. So everybody watching this, please share. Share. Don't forget. Go and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Help us reach more people. Okay. There we will leave this broadcast for now. We're going to go to the next part of it. There is another part which I want to talk about. And it is the other side. Because Before the Muslims start saying, oh no, we don't do this, we don't do that, we need to also, they are doing equally the same thing. They're doing equally the same thing. And you will see the video shortly and we will talk about that now. But like I said, I hope you found this beneficial. Let's hear your thoughts. So let us go to that. But anyway, I hope this makes sense. I hope what we're showing you now, and we stated, anybody blackening their face and doing this caricature of the lips, they're doing what is called the minstrel, which is to the caricaturing of black people like me, making us look like we have no brain, or we're below, we're beneath, we're not fit to be human beings in their eyes, and they deliberately disfiguring our features. That is what is said here. In fact, let me go and read a bit more for you on that. Let me put this back up here for you, so you can have that there. Now let me read this to you and I'll bring this down for a minute. I want to read something to you about what is said there. So it says here, and this is what you have to really understand. Blackface is a practice of performers of any race, ethnicity, usually white people, using bond, cork, shoe polish, theatrical makeup to portray, to portray a caricature. You see that? They are laughing at us. To portray a caricature of black people, African Americans, or foundational Americans, I would say, and Africans. On stage or in entertainment, the scholarship on the origins of the infiltration of black race vary. So it is a caricature. Anytime you see them do that, be informed as a black person. This is what is called a caricature, and that is racism. That is racism. We must call it out. I don't know what your thoughts are. When you do watch this back, do let me know. You are, of course, listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Subscribe to us on YouTube. And this will be available to play immediately back afterwards on YouTube. But the broadcast will still continue. Now, we're going to move to the other side. The Arabs, they equally do the same. Then we will then talk finally about the ongoing slavery on Arab countries. And we're going to list names of Arab countries that we as black people have to stop going to, because we are being enslaved and sold as chattel. That's not acceptable. We are being dehumanized in Arab countries. And unless we speak out about it, this will continue to happen. And we are calling on the African Union, and thankfully Alliance of Sahel States is not tolerating that nonsense, and it should be part of the trading arrangements. If any country is found, that I would love to have this in there. If any country is found to be trading in the African people, then any contract that you have with that country is null and void. That's what must happen. Any contract. I would be recommending to many African leaders, African nations, and I hope AES is listening. I'm suggesting to Alliance of Sahel States, Ibrahim Traoré, Assimi Goïta, General Chani, the AES, that their contracts now should be also put this proviso on it, that anybody, any country that they are doing business with, if they are found to be trading in black people, the contract, whatever is signed with them, becomes null and void. We hit them in the pocket where it hurts the most. That's what we must do. We can no longer be walking or dancing around this, because the dehumanization of our humanity must no longer be acceptable. It must no longer be acceptable. Now, let me make some progress. I just want to come back. I will come and, let me bring this down for a second, and then let's do this, because right there in the broadcast, I'll just show you. I'll be back in a second. I'm hoping this would come back. No, not that one. I don't want that. I just want the one I wanted. This one. So let me just go to me a second. So you can follow me on Facebook as well. We have over 351,000 followers on the platform. They're not reliable. Facebook, they can ban you. They can, so that's why I want my platforms to have as many platforms as possible. I'm also on Instagram. I'm on Xspace. I'm on TikTok, and of course on Substack. Please go and subscribe to all those platforms. I really do appreciate your support. I need quite a few more people now, like 10 people to go on my Substack and support, so I can be doing live broadcasts from there as well. So please, if you can, that'd be great. Now, let me show you the Arab side of it as well. So it's not just one side, and again, it's caricature.
Greetings all.
So let's listen to this. Let's listen to this. Listen.
Seriously, why here? This is why we keep saying, please stop going to Arab countries because you will be enslaved. And they're depicting that enslavement clear enough here. They're putting charcoal or something to blacken their face as if they're black people.
So let me go back again. I'll play it one more time. Here we go.
Greetings all. Seriously, why here? This is why we keep saying, please.
I am not sure which Arab country this is, but I know it's an Arab country. You can see the features. I'm familiar with the features. Not to say that every Arab is like this, but the fact that this is being put on camera means that they are confident that they can get away with this. And that speaks to that society. Let's carry on.
Stop going to Arab countries because you will be enslaved. And they're depicting that enslavement clear enough here. They're putting charcoal or something to blacken their face.
Look at that. I want you to pay close attention to how they're putting something there. It's like a ligature. The way they're holding that cloth around their neck is like a ligature. It's like somebody's holding a rope that they've put around their neck of someone that's little more than a slave. So they're depicting us in that manner. You see why we are saying blackening up has very, very racist intentions. You see why? You see why we're saying that? I hope that makes sense. Those of you watching, if you're a black person, again, I want you to really reject this. And do you know something else I also found out? The places where black people live, even now in Palestine, is called Abid. Do you know what Abid means? It's a slave. Yeah, in Palestine. I will show you shortly. I will show you in the broadcast. But I wanted you to really take this in. And we must reject this sort of action. We have to totally reject it. It is not something we should tolerate in any way, shape, or form. It is totally unacceptable. Again, because if you notice, this is the same thing. In both the European side and the Arab side, they are blackening up their faces. They are blackening up their faces. And they're saying, oh, it's just a tradition. Oh, it's just what we do. And what the Arabs, they even go one step further. They put like a cloth around and tie it, holding it. If you look at every single one of the people there, let me keep that on a plane. Let me keep that playing. I'll mute it, but I want you to just see. Just notice that they are, as they're walking with those guys, they have every single one that has a black face. They've got something on their neck holding them, suggesting that they are being enslaved. You see that? They're holding every single one. That's a sign that the person is enslaved. That's a sign that the person that they're doing that to is a slave. And we need to speak about these things. We have to expose this kind of nonsense. It is not acceptable. It is not something we should even entertain for 1 second. Not even for 1 second should we entertain nor accept any excuse that they come up with. I'll make that bigger because I want you to get the impact of it. Let me see if can I make it bigger? Yeah, I can. One more time. Okay. So I want you to see it. Okay, sorry. Anyway, so you're seeing it next to me. You're seeing it next to me. And as you're seeing it, every single one that has their face blackened has got a tie that's tied on around their neck. Every single one. And we must reject this kind of behavior. Thank you for the thumbs up on YouTube. Thank you so much. We need to call it out. This you can see it more clearly on YouTube, but on TikTok, I'm sorry, on TikTok, but on YouTube, I'm telling you, take my word for it. And if you see there's a video, I will see if I can post a link of the video that I'm talking about in there, so you can have a look as well and see what I'm saying, because it is not acceptable. Let me, Isama, let me bring, somebody wants to join me. Yeah. Hello, Isama. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry, I was talking away. I didn't realize I was quiet. Sorry, Isama. I didn't realize I was talking away. Can you guys hear me? I'm going to go and do that all again. Sorry about that. Let's go back to the other one. Let's go back to the other one. Sorry about this. Oh my God. I need to do this again. I've got to go back. Let me go back. I thought I was speaking, but I wasn't. 1 minute. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Let me go back. Okay.
Greetings all and welcome to...
Now, before I go, before I change subject, let me go back again one step. Those of you on YouTube, I went quiet, so people who are on TikTok, they didn't get information. So let me help them get that information. So let me just go here. Now I'm going to show you, I'm putting this next to each other. I'm putting this next to each other. This is why we need to educate people around us. It is our job. This is impacting us psychologically, collectively, whether you like it or not. This is having an impact on us all psychologically. So let me state that again. What you see here is a celebration in Holland or Netherlands, right? And if you look at the face, look at the red face there. In there, you can see a red face blackened up with a red face. It's a caricature, because the minstrels in the 1800s and 1900s, they did exactly the same thing. The big lips was intended to ridicule black people. This was intended to ridicule black people. And we reject it, and we're saying, anytime anybody tells you, oh, but they're just doing their tradition, show them this picture. In fact, I will do a clip of this. I'm going to do a clip of this particular section, and I'm going to put it together, and I want you to share it on all platforms, because this is a learning moment. It's a learning moment. You will see it on YouTube as well. You will see this on YouTube, because we need our people. We need people to re-educate their community, because when they are saying, oh, we are just doing a tradition, then if you are following this tradition where you are making a caricature of black people, that is racism. That is racism. And it is not acceptable. It is not, we will not tolerate it, and we must call it out. We put in the work, we make sure we educate our people and even the community. And there are other ways you can do this instead of doing this. The caricaturing of black people in this manner, it is a ridiculing of a people. It is not acceptable. That stance is non-negotiable. And I state again, I'm going to state what I stated in terms of the Arabs. I'll come back again to that. But even that, I'm even going to go further. African governments, this must be taught. I want to see this video displayed in the African Union. I want to see this video. Somebody somewhere, please make sure this video gets in the hand of the African Union members, that all 54 African countries see this video and understand that when they're doing their face in that way, it is a caricature. It is not acceptable. It is a caricature of people, and we do not tolerate it. nor do we accept it. We don't tolerate it, and we don't accept it. So I wanted to just state that. I do apologize for just being, I've been talking away and I wasn't really aware that you couldn't hear me. But anybody who's listening, please make sure that this is understood. Again, let me make it clear just one more time for those in the back. Anytime that you see minstrel, they're going to do this again in November of this year. We must look out for it, and we need to share this video so that they understand that what they think is a tradition is deep-seated racism. It is deep-seated racism. One we totally reject. There is not even a debate about this. It must be stopped, and they need to be made aware. They have to re-educate a whole generation. Imagine from 1915 to now, we are in 2026. That is over 107, 108 years. 107 years ago that people have thought it's okay to blacken up your face, to caricature black people. That is over 100 years. What we are saying is over 100 years. But you can see, I am putting it side by side. This is the celebration on the streets of Holland, and this is minstrels in 1900. So you can see that nothing has changed. This is in 2022 or 2023, this festival. And this has not in over 100 years, nothing has changed. This is racism. This is racism. You are listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please subscribe to this platform. Help us grow the platform. You will be seeing this fully on YouTube as well. This particular section, I will cut this clip out and I will share it so that we get the message out there. I'll just state again. When you see somebody blackening up their face, using big lips, putting big red mark for lipstick or to put on the lips, that is caricature. That is to be racist to people who look like myself. It is not nice, it is not unacceptable, and it actually is racism. This is racism being done in the open, and we are calling it out. We are calling it out for what it is. We are calling it out for what it is. Please do share the broadcast. You are, of course, listening to Citizen AY. And let me see, Vanna May. Oh, let me bring her up. Okay, she may join. I'm hoping. I want to give her a chance to say something about this because she is familiar with this. I hope she can join me. It's very, very important that we speak up about this. Because I'm putting it side by side deliberately so that you understand that what they are doing there, that is deep-seated. This is a programming. Over 100 years of programming people to believe that it is okay to caricature another group of people. That's racism. This is racism writ large, and we need to expose it. We mustn't condone it. And I call on the African Union, please make sure this particular section of the video, it's cut out, and the West African Union gets a copy of this video so that they can educate the members that any country that they're doing businesses with, if they find that people are promoting this on their soil, any business they're doing becomes null and void. Any business that they're doing with such countries, Spain, Italy, France, wherever this is being done, US, Canada, Australia, if they are found to be doing this, the business is the business arrangement. It can be anything. It can be any agreement, whatever. This supersedes it. This overrides any agreement. because this is the dehumanization of the people that they're coming to do business with. This is time. This must be written into African Union rules or AES. Please make sure this gets to the Alliance of Sahel States. Make sure they get this video. I'm showing you the manner. And let me just read one thing before I go, or before I move on. In this video, the minstrel of 1900, it states so themselves. They said, this reproduction of a 1900 William H. Minstrel show poster, originally published by Strawbridge Lithographing Company, shows the transformation from a person of European descent to a caricature of a dark-skinned person of an African descent. So there is no doubt whatsoever what the intention was. The intention was to ridicule, to caricature a black person, to make them less than human, yet again. So I, for one, am advocating strongly that the African Union make sure that the treatment of the people of any African becomes part of the process of bilateral exchange, bilateral trade. Any country in the world, any country found to be doing this blackening up and all of that, any business arrangement entered into henceforth becomes null and void. That is where we go with this. And we must begin to educate our people not to accept this, because a lot of people, I've seen a lot of Africans who are saying, no, they just don't even mind it. Don't mind it. This does something to your psychology. You need to understand that. This does something to you. When you are walking around, imagine you're walking around. Let me show you that. I won't play it down. They had so many of them. And you stand there, and then they're laughing whilst you're there. And they think that is okay. That is community-wide racism against a person of color, a black person. It's not we don't tolerate it. We don't accept it. We fully reject this. And I definitely, for one, will be saying, I'm saying that the African Union, please, somebody make sure this video, I'll cut it out then I'll cut this section out and I'll play it. But again, I state, and I'm taking time to state this because we need to keep stating this. This has been going on for over 107 years, since 110, what am I talking about? Yeah, 111 years, since 1900. Since 1900. Okay, 1915. 1915 was when they wrote the book. But the minstrel started in 1900. So 126 years. And that is even, I'm sure it's even further back than that. But it's time for us to call it out. So please make sure African Union gets this. Any country involved where the people, they are having festivals, where they're blackening of their faces, they don't deserve our business. Any country blackening up their faces, caricaturing people of color like this, they don't deserve our business. End of story. That's what must go. But I want to hear your thoughts on it. I was trying to bring in Verna May. Oh, I can't bring people. For some reason, I'm not able to add people. Black Stallion, are you there? I wondered if you wanted to add to what I just said there, because I missed it earlier. You might be busy. I think he's busy. Okay, I'll leave you be, because I can see that you're not close by. Or you might be occupied with something. Okay, let me see if I can bring somebody. If I can see. No, nobody. Okay. All right. So, I'm going to go to the next one. So, please make sure. Now, the second part of this now, it speaks to the Arabs, because the same thing is happening in the Arab world. This is where you know that racism is something that is definitely planned from both sides. So the blackening of the face happens in the Arab world as well. And this video I'm about to play confirms that. This video I'm about to play confirms what I'm telling you now. Please subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Hit notification button. Give us thumbs up. Help us reach more people. TikTok, I'm restricting my broadcast, but nonetheless, do me a favor. Go and subscribe to me on YouTube. I really do mean that. Okay, so let me just do this quickly. So we'll bring this down. So please, again, we will play that back, and I'll make sure that you share this. The picture you're seeing on the screen depicts why Black Pete using caricature face is wrong. It is very, very, very wrong. It is unacceptable, and we must call it out. It is blatant racism. And a country found doing this, we strongly urge the African Union, and we begin to, and this is where African Union must no longer be funded by Europe. They must no longer be, African Union is being funded by Europe. So that's why they are not able to do anything to speak for their people. They're speaking for the people that fund them. But these people are taking our resources. It's time we speak truth to power. What are your thoughts? Let's proceed. Please share the broadcast. Nonetheless, subscribe to Citizen NY on YouTube. Let's make some progress on this. Okay, so I'll come back. Now, we're going to go to the other side, the Arabs. Let's go and do that as well. So we are going to speak about this because it's important that we do. Okay, so now, the Arabs also blacken their faces. Here is a case in point.
Greetings all.
So,
Citizen NY.
have a listen.
This is why we keep saying, please stop going to Arab countries because you will be enslaved. And they're depicting that enslavement clear enough here. They're putting charcoal or something to blacken their face as if they're black people, and then they're putting like what it looks like a noose around the neck of the person that's face had their.
So you can see that. And by the way, every single person that's had their faces blackened, they have what represents a rope around their neck. If you look at the video. So I'm gonna make that smaller here. I'll be next to me. Here we go. So I'm gonna keep that playing in the background. Let me take that one away. I will keep that playing. Sorry, man.
Blackened as a black person. It's a sign of enslavement.
So I'm gonna mute it. And I'll be talking over it. But what you're watching is this is happening in Arab countries. Every single person that have their faces blackened is having a noose tied around their neck, because the cloth that they're tying is to represent a noose, which means that black people are slaves. And to buttress the point, I will show you something that they call black communities in Arab countries. Again, this enslavement of Africans has got to stop. Again, I'm calling on. There are big issues happening. Yes, I know. Lynette, go ahead. Let me bring you up on board. I'm talking about big issues. I'll be talking about that as well. And I have been talking about them. But let me hear from you.
Long time since
Hello. I know. How you day? It's TikTok has been blocking me. TikTok has been blocking me for so long. That's why.
Oh, okay.
So I come and talk about things a little bit. There's so many things going on. You're right. What is going on right now in Mali? What they're trying to do to Ibrahim Traoré? What is happening, in fact, in Sudan, in Congo.
And what the Arabs and the Chinese are trying to do.
Yes. Go ahead. Talk about that, please. Talk about that. Let's hear from you.
They are imposing their language on us.
There you go.
They want us to learn their language.
They said that in Nigeria also. They want people to be speaking Mandarin.
Yes, I heard this and I was like, even in Ghana, our Minister for Education is talking about introducing Arabic and Chinese language in our curriculum for our kids. I was like, what is happening to those leaders?
No, thank you. They are being compromised. Obviously, they are being compromised, and we should reject it. We need to reject it. Yeah, you're right. It is quite frustrating. I will come and do a show with that. I'm going to do a show. And I will list the countries that have been doing it. So China and the Arab countries are asking for us to learn Arabic and Mandarin, which is a joke. You are coming to a place to get resources, and you are dictating to them what language they have to speak. We are the ones with the resources.
Because they want for huge loans. It's because they've gone for their loans, and their loans are coming with condition. I think there's something seriously happening in Mozambique as well. That there are Islamic Dihajis or whatever they call themselves in Mozambique.
Yes.
And they've tried to colonize one of the villages, and doing a lot of atrocities there.
Yeah. It's terrible. And I'll be doing a show about Mozambique actually, probably the next few days, and Arab colonization, So I'll write that down. Go ahead.
Black power. So
go ahead. One second, I'll mute myself here. Go ahead. Go ahead, Black Stallion. Go ahead. Brother. Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Black Stallion, can you hear me? I think he's got a problem. Okay, I'll carry on. I'll proceed. So the thing you talked about, that I will actually do a show probably tomorrow. Okay.
I can hear you, but it's just a lot of static. A lot of scratchy noise and static.
It's a shame. I know. But okay, can you speak? You speak and I'll be quiet. You speak and I'll be quiet. Go ahead. What would you like to say? Go ahead. I'll hear you.
Yeah, I just wanted to say too, brother, before I land, before I drop, is that when you look at all of us, the hosts, that give lives, I'm talking strictly just Black hosts, African hosts, whether they're Black American, Caribbean, or African.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all trying to get along, I guess, and share knowledge and help each other, educate each other. However, the reality, I've come to this conclusion. I've been up here 1 year. July 26th was my first year anniversary on TikTok. And I can tell you from personal experience, there's only a handful of us that's serious about this work. The majority of us, they come up on these panels arguing, threatening each other. I'm gonna pull up on you. Name calling. Insult is the number one thing I hear all the time. Insulting each other. Verbal disrespect is beyond comprehension. And everybody's supposed to be adults, by the way. Let me throw that in there too. There's no children now. Nobody's under 18 usually, or under 21 usually. And when you listen to how some of us adults talk to one another from platform to platform to platform to platform, it's beyond comprehension. You go on an all Black American platform, we arguing with each other, threatening each other, cursing each other out. If you go on an all Nigerian platform, they arguing with each other, threatening each other, cursing each other out. You go on a Ghanaian platform, their versus I was on one Ghanaian versus the Liberian. They arguing with each other. They self-hatred. Do you go on the Rwandan platform? They arguing, fighting the Congolese. I mean, I've been on these platforms, and it's beyond comprehension. Then you got now the Nigerians versus South Africans.
Yeah.
Then you go on the South African platform, and guess what? South Africans, they arguing amongst one another, fighting against one another.
Exactly.
It's too much, man. Like I went on. I was the only Black American on a South African platform some months back, and the moment they brought me up and asked me, you know how they ask you where you from and all that, and the moment I said Black American, Black America, it was a sister up there. She didn't waste no time. Oh, stay in America. We don't want you here in South Africa. I don't want you coming over here bringing drugs, and you're gonna make everybody a rapper, You know, I mean, she was just saying this. Didn't know me, never seen me in her life. It's the first time hearing my voice, and you know, and then the rest of the South Africans on the platform, they cheerleading for her. I just couldn't believe it. I said, hold on now, let me talk. I said, could y'all at least let me talk? So they finally let me say a few words. I said, look, I want to say something to my sister who don't want me to come to Freetown or Johannesburg or whatever, Durban. I said, I want to ask you one question, sister. She had an attitude too, brother. She one of them black women with an attitude. So she says, I said, what have I ever done to you? I just asked a simple question. What have I ever done to you?
Yeah.
Brother, there's nothing she could say because I never did anything. They don't even know her. And then I asked her again, another question. I said, name one black American, just one, that has ever tried to get into your country illegally and stay there. Just name one. She couldn't name one, brother, citizen, not one. I said, and furthermore, name one black American that has ever oppressed or colonized or did anything to hurt the people of South Africa. Just name one. She couldn't name one, citizen, not one. You see how stupid we are, brother? You see how dumb and ignorant we are? We are a dumbass group of people, man, and I'm sick of us. Look, you don't even know me, and you tell me you don't want me in South Africa because I'm a black American, and don't come over there bringing that rap music and all that dumb shit. I mean, it's too much, man. And I'm like, is she insane?
Yeah.
You see, excuse my language, brother, but I'm getting to the point where I just think we as Africans, as black people, not all of us, I just think we sick, man. We just confused. We just sick. You know, everybody's fighting against one another. Every platform I go on, Nigerians versus Nigerians, Ghanaians versus Liberians, Congolese, Rwandans, Cameroonian don't like the Nigerian. I mean, it's just too much.
Yeah.
Then you got the black Americans. We up here fighting, arguing with each other, threatening each other. And then we arguing with the Caribbeans. The Caribbeans arguing with us. The Haitians arguing with the Jamaicans. And it's too much, man. It's too much.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it's gonna take, man, to get the black man and woman on this planet to understand that we're all in the same boat, man.
Yeah, it's just gonna take persistence. Sorry, it will take persistence from us all to make sure that we can hopefully iron out the differences. But I hear what you're saying, and you almost want to give up on the basis. But I tell you what, this is when we need to really crack on, push on more with a plan. The idea that you came up with, and you and I, about translating all the books of great African, Caribbean, and American authors and other, melanated authors around the world into African languages is a good start, because we can get understanding that way. Don't forget, many of this, if you look at Cameroon and Nigeria, for example, the colonials divided them up. So when you're Cameroonian, you are automatically going to side with the French. When you're English, you will automatically side with the British. And that mentality is fed down to the communities. So the South Africans, they will follow the Boers and all of that stuff. So these are, the plans of those who colonized is working perfectly. We need to now work collectively against that, assiduously, relentlessly, and continue. And the few of us who are doing that work will spread to others as well. But we cannot, we cannot relent. But I take your point strongly, my brother. Thank you so much for that. But don't give up, please. Don't give up. I'm going to give you a call. Like I said, just trust me. It is in the pipeline, but I've got so many projects I'm trying to do. This is a big project I'm trying to get going, to be honest. This project here, it is important, because I've spoken to a few people on ground in Nigeria, and everybody that I've asked, they don't have an idea what their constitution is, and they are over 40 years old. They have no idea what is in their constitution, but they can tell me about the Bible or the Quran, but they don't know what is in their constitution in their own language. So this is a big project for targeting 60 million Yoruba people, Igbos as well. Likewise, the Igbo people, they are another 40 to 60 million people, and they have the same problem. So yeah, yes, yeah, absolutely. Nice to hear that. Nice to hear that, my brother. So yeah, let me just bring in Lynette, and I'll come back to you briefly. Lynette, I wanted to just confirm what you said, because I did a quick check online, because one of the things we do here is to go and just do some checks. So you're right. You said there are armed groups attempted to take over villages in northern Mozambique. They are not Arab, but they are locally initiated. This is why I'm saying Islam is dangerous. It is Wahhabism. It is Wahhabism. Go ahead.
Well, I think the Arabians came there and said they're going to sponsor people to go to their university. So they took them to Islamic university in their place. And by the time they came back, you know, they've been indoctrinated. And this is how they are using them to infest the grounds.
Exactly.
You get it? So that is what happened. Like, we are helping you, and then we brainwash you, we recruit you, and then you start doing what we will be doing. So if they are creative, they're gonna make it look like it's their own people doing it, but it is not. It is not their own people.
Exactly. It's indoctrination. It's Wahhabism. I did a program yesterday on Wahhabism. I'll try and share that sections of it, and they use that to corrupt the minds of the people. That's what they've done in northern Nigeria as well. In the whole of northern Nigeria, they've corrupted the minds with Wahhabism. And there's a guy called Ahmed Gumi who's promoting it. You know, the severing of limbs and everything else. And these people need to be taken off the African continent. Both religions are at it. And I've even found out, I uncovered the collusion between the West and the Arabs in putting in this Wahhabism. And that is what they use because they want to get our resources. So we have to be very, very aware and awake to all of these ills that they're putting our way. It's very, very important that we do that. Again, this idea that we're having to speak the French, the Mandarin or Arabic language, you know, you are on the African continent. I thought sovereignty includes when you come to a place, their language is what you must speak. But they have sovereignty in France. That sovereignty includes their language. Our sovereignty does not include our language. Can you see the madness of the situation that we're in? Our sovereignty on the African continent excludes our languages. What's sovereign about? If you cannot speak in your language, that is the most important document that they've taken away from you. So we are, you know, I am with you 100% on that. Thank you for bringing that out. Let me quickly go to Black Stallion. You wanted to just say one or two words before. I know you wanted to move.
Sorry, I wanted to add.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
To add something to what Black said.
Go ahead.
I think we as Africans, so as there's a lot of people who now claim that they are not Africans, they are blacks. I don't know, but collectively, I just want to say that we as the colored people, I don't know what it would take for us to understand that the kind of challenges that we are encountering, whether you are in America, whether you are in Australia, whether you are in Africa, wherever you find yourself on this continent, we face the same problem, the same challenges, the same tribulation. And we still cannot come to terms to agree to collectively form a formidable force to be able to deal with the oppressor. That's one thing when I cannot wrap my mind around, and I can see that blacks also share the same idea. And if you look at what is happening on the African continent currently, you could see that the northern part of Africa is infiltrated. So they are mixed people. They are not really indigenous.
Indeed.
And if you look at eastern part of Africa, the same thing. They are mixed people. They are not really indigenous. You come to the southern part of Africa, you will find the same thing. Even in the some West Africa area, also you find that there are mixed people there. The few of us that are really indigenous are now being captured by the Arabs and the Chinese. They want to come to the ground, and they are trying to use a form of, oh, we are supporting you, we are promoting you in the industries, we are helping you with blah 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 blah, we are giving you loans, and now they are imposing their language, and the next minute they will be imposing their religion. At first in Ghana, you will not see them boldly writing their languages on signboards and things, but currently they do it boldly. That they are writing their languages around when we cannot read those languages. Previously, it can never happen in my country, and I know they are doing it in other countries as well. There's a whole lot going on in Kenya, in other parts of Eastern countries, and we are sitting down watching as African youth. We are watching and not revolting. It's like we are condoning. And if we don't revolt now, it will be difficult to revolt in the future. It will be very difficult to revolt in the future. I think as West African youth, or as Nigerian youth, or as Ghanaian youth, this is the time to stand up, to stop it before it becomes something that is registered. And if you look at the way things are going, they are not focusing on those who are grown. They are not focusing on people who are in the universities, or no. They are focusing on the kids. So you see the level of indoctrination that they are bringing on the ground. They are focusing on the little ones who are now coming. They are the people that they want to teach them the language. Look at Ghana as a country. We have a very rich culture, and we live in peace despite we having other religions among us. We live in peace and harmony. And if you look at what is happening in the ground currently, as if they are trying to make Islamic religion surpass the other religions, trying to impose Arabic and other things on us. And I'm calling on Ghanaian. Maybe people will be watching us on FYP. People will be listening to us. You don't watch for people to do what they want to do, and then you come and react later. This is a time to make a bold decision, take a bold step, and stop whatever action that they are taking before it becomes difficult to handle. So we shouldn't allow them to introduce those languages in our country. After all, what benefit will that language be for a fellow Ghanaian or a fellow Nigerian? Would that take the insurgency away from the country? Would that stop the Fulanis from unaliving people? Would that stop the, what do you call it, those jihadis or whoever they call themselves, that they are unaliving people on a daily basis? Will that stop? And in Ghana, what will they do for Ghanaian youth? Will that create a job for the youth? In what form? In what shape? We are already doing business with China. The Ghanaians are going to China to bring goods. They don't necessarily have to speak Chinese in order to make that transaction successful. So what's the motive of forcefully pushing that language on us?
The motive. Very good question, Lynette. Thank you for that, and thank you for what you just said. I just want to chip in. I think the motive is very simple. The motive is to keep us in the dark about the contracts that they sign, so that they can take away whatever they want without anybody questioning them, just like the other colonials did. And like you said, what we need to do is we need a concerted effort across Africa now to actually say, no, we don't want this. If you're coming to our land to take our resources, no, we will tell you the terms in which you take it. You do not come and dictate to us on our land. You won't allow us to do the same thing in China. So why are you forcing us to accept your terms on our land? This is injustice. We need to speak up. And we have to encourage our people. This is why I'm saying that the religions of Islam and Christianity has done a number on our mindset. We believe in all of these people who are outside of our continent. And we have no belief in our own structure, in our own spirituality, in nothing. So we need to build that belief back. So having books by authors, melanated authors, you know, Africans, Sheikh Anta Diop, Wole Soyinka Chinua Achebe, you know, Kwame Nkrumah, you know, all of those great authors. And then you have American authors, Caribbean authors, and other melanated authors in our local languages will now mean that those who are coming to Africa will have to work on the basis that we, the people, determine, and not the other way around. And we can't allow this to happen. And that's why I support Ibrahim Traore. Ibrahim Traore is promoting the speaking of the local languages in Burkina Faso. He promotes it. He speaks it. He's even, you know, Nigeria has followed his lead now. Nigeria is now promoting herbal medicines developed on ground in our country. Now, I yet to see if they got finances backing it. That is the real thing we're waiting for now. It's one thing to say you support herbal medicines made in Nigeria. It's another thing to actually see the funds go behind it. So there are things that can be done. Programs like mine and others and yours and everybody else is to educate, raise awareness, and to hopefully be able to address this issue. Yeah, I think that's probably the way to go. We need to ask that question. But I wanted to ask you something before I'm probably going to wrap up soon. But I wanted to ask you, have you heard about Black Pete at all, Lynette? Lynette,
I didn't hear the word you said.
Black Pete.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Let me show you a quick video. Because we have to educate Africans. And many Africans, when I show them the video, I've noticed that they don't understand what is going on. They just think, oh, it's just fun. But they don't know the deeper meaning. Just like it's about to happen with this Mandarin issue. People just say yes to anything without understanding the deeper meaning. But let me show you, then I'll come and talk about it. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I want to cut, but you just touched on Ibrahim Traore. I just wanted to add something to what he's doing currently. I think this man is our hero. He's the Nkrumah of today. If you look at him, a born and bred Muslim, he has put his religion aside and he says Sharia law will not be imposed on his people. His people are free people. They are allowed to do or practice any religion that best fits for them as a nation.
Mm-hmm.
He is not going to impose Sharia law. And this is somebody who has taken religion and differentiates religion from real life issues and has not made religion take the better part of it. And that's what we are trying to allow other African leaders to understand, that we are better off without this Christianity religion and this Islamic religion. These two religions has done nothing for us. It came to rob us, to steal our minds, our wealth, our intelligence, and everything away from us. We don't need Christianity religion, neither do we need Islamic religion. We are better off. Our traditional religions were super. Our traditional religion taught us how to even handle nature, how to treat our fellow people. It taught us how to stay disciplined. And this is something that they've robbed from us. We were healing ourselves with our traditional herbs, our leaves and our food and everything, until these people came to introduce all sorts of religions to us. So I want to really applaud him and tell him that he is the Nkrumah of our times. He is the Nkrumah of our times. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, Lynette. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. I just Black Stallion, anything you want to add before I just give a quick rundown on what the topic? Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Our sister Lynette, you know,
yes.
My suggestion to you is this. We have to, you and I, all of us, that know what we know, we got to get all our people fully aware and knowledgeable of some of the greatest Black authors in Black America. Let me just say a few names. So every one of us need to know who J.A. Rogers is, Ivan Van Sertima, John G. James, Tony Browder, Amos N. Wilson, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I'm just giving an example. And then we all should know who Eric Williams is. He's our Caribbean scholar. His name is Eric Williams. He wrote a book. We need to, in fact, that book should be in every black household on the planet. We need to know who Dr. Carter G. Woodson is. Now let's go to Africa. We got to know who our great scholars and authors and all their books across the globe. Every African must know the Black American authors. Every Black American must know all the African authors. Every Caribbean must know all the African authors and Black American authors, and vice versa. And this is what must be done, Lynette. And we have to get this done this century, before this century's out. In every black household on the earth, we should know who all our great authors are and scholars and all the top books that have been written about our history and our struggle, whether it's the Black experience in America, the Black experience through the Caribbean islands, the Black experience in Central America, Latin America, South America, the Black experience on the African continent, including Australia. We have to know who these authors are and their books, and we need to be doing our best to read them as much as we can. Let me just give you a brief history on the country of Panama. One of our ancestors, by the name of King Bayano, in the 16th century, he was a Maroon, and he fought off the Spanish in a country right now called Panama. And he was from West Africa. He was a Nigerian. Some say he was from the Yoruba tribe. And if you look at what he did, fighting, they was enslaved, of course, and it was Africans in the country of Panama, which was enslaved, and they, of course, worked, and for their freedom, and they fought night and day to be free, and they acquired it. They had land, but yet the enemy set them up. They went to a meeting, and next thing you know, they kidnapped him, and they took him to Peru, where he I think they unalived him there in Peru, and because that's where he died. So people like this, every Nigerian should know who King Bayano is from Panama. Every Nigerian should know this. Every Black American should know it. Every Black Caribbean should know it. In fact, most of us don't even think about taking a vacation to Panama to study the Black history, the African history of Panama. We don't think about taking a trip to Mexico to study the Black history, the Afro-Mexicans in Mexico, and across Australia, what they did to our Aborigine brothers in Australia. So see, this is where our scope has to broaden, has to open up. All we talk about is the struggle in Black America, which is correct. We need to. All we talk about is the slave trade in America and Africa and the Caribbean. No, we need to talk about the slave trade all over the earth. Wherever our people been oppressed and enslaved, we need to know the history of it. We need to know the books. We need to know the authors. And I have a huge library. That I can recommend dozens and dozens and dozens of books about our history from a global perspective. The Black experience in America, the African experience on the African continent, and of course the Caribbean and Central, Latin, and South America. So this is where we have to do it immediately, because this is the disconnect. Most Africans don't read books about the Black history, the Black experience, and doing slavery here in Black America. In fact, they're not even interested. When they want to leave Africa to come to the United States of America, they don't leave Africa with that mindset to come over here and learn the struggle of the Black experience in America. The majority of them don't think like that. They only there's only one thing on their mind when they want to leave Africa, to come to America or UK or Canada. That bag, that money, a better life, that greener pastures, that green card. That's the only thing on their mind. This is facts. There's nothing wrong with that, but you can't leave Africa and vice versa. The Black American, we just can't go over to Africa just because we want to buy some land and get out of America and go over there and live. No, we need to read the books about the struggle of our brothers and sisters there on the African continent. You understand? So I say this. I say this. I say this with authority now. I'm talking to our brothers from Africa. I'm talking to the black man from the Caribbean islands and Black America. This message is for all three of us. Do not go to Africa. Now, let me start with us first. Unless you read the history and the struggle of our people there, the struggle, what they've been through. And I'm talking the onset, meaning, that Berlin Conference. Don't go over there unless you have that knowledge. And then you need to study the struggles throughout the entire African continent. There's many books have been written on it. Read those books first, then go over there, and then you'll have a better respect and love for the people once you get there. And the same thing for our brothers from Africa. Don't come into America, and this goes for us too. And when I'm over there in Africa, brother citizen, I tell these brothers this when I'm there. I tell them, they just want to come to America for money and comfort. I said, no, brother. I said, the main reason why you should want to come to the United States is because you love the black man and woman first. That's the main reason. And then you want to learn, and then you want to read the books. Then you want to read the books about our struggle and our history. And then you can chase that US dollar and get in the green card and go to this white man colleges and whatever you want to do after that. But but don't just skip over all that just to come here just for money and date the white girl and go to the white man college. I'm telling you, this is what they're doing. I see it every day. Brothers from a citizen. We got brothers over here from Nigeria. Man, they walking around with that snow bunny on their arm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is all part of the miseducation that has happened, and
exactly.
And that is it's all part, everything. Like you said, we've been really put through the ringer, and to get out of that is going to take a lot of working together. Despite all our failings, we're gonna have to pull those resources through those things, because if we don't,
and we're gonna do it.
Yeah,
and we're doing it. Let me land with this. And then the same thing with our Caribbean brothers and sisters, that want to go on to Africa and come into America. The first place you should, when you make it to this country, you're supposed to be going straight to a black bookstore. How about that? Am I right or wrong?
You are absolutely right.
So that's the gap. Once we can educate ourselves and read these books and know each other's struggle globally, that will bring us together faster. That would unite us quicker once we get the knowledge. So I land with that, brother. Thank you for having me.
Okay. Thank you so very much for that. Thank you, Brother Black Stallion. I'm really, really glad for what you said there. You covered a wide range of areas, and we need to understand, to moving across to, across the pond from anywhere, from Africa to America, we need to understand that the first people we want to interact with are the people that look like you and myself, and understand their struggle, so that when we're there, we can relate. But often the system doesn't want that. I remember there's a guy called Zbigniew. Zbigniew was one of the foreign officers or something, working with oh God, what's the name of this guy? Kissinger. And they did not want any interaction or understanding between the black Americans and the Africans. They did not want unity. So they did everything to divide that. And they're still doing so now. We need to understand that likewise, those of us, they're putting up different things. It's about division, because it's in that division that they prosper. They need us divided for them to prosper. And we need to understand that as a collective. It is extremely, extremely, extremely important that we understand that. But thank you so much for those comments. A round of applause to you, my brother. Somebody was questioning me now. Somebody on YouTube was questioning me. What? Deleting what comment? Deleting what comment? I did not delete your comments. I haven't deleted your comments. If it came off, then I do apologize. It wasn't intentional. I tried to answer you. Somebody was asking me a question, and I was going to say, she said I was telling lies about Black Pete. Now, let me talk to the person directly again, and I'll give you an opportunity. I'm not trying to delete any comment, because here we believe in discussing. If it was done, it was done. I was trying to write to somebody, and I was listening, multitasking on here. But let me be clear. You were saying that I should stop telling lies. And I want to reiterate again. This is for somebody that's on, somebody I'm aware of, but anyway, I want to answer the question, and I want to take the opportunity to go and talk about the Black Pete and the minstrels. And that's the reality of it. And thanks for giving me the opportunity to actually do this again. Let me just quickly go back to that, and I'll discuss it whilst I'm live on air right now, because it's very important to talk about this. We cannot
greetings all, and welcome to Season platform.
Just to say that something is a tradition and then we have to accept that is overlooking several things. And this is an opportunity now to actually debate. I'm not here to make a personal statement or personal attack. Like I said, if I deleted a comment, I do apologize. It was not intended, and I was going to actually read it. And if you see, I answered it. And I said, the truth is, and I tried to answer your question, but if I deleted it, I do apologize. You can put it in again, and I'll leave it there. But I think I've quoted, in a sense, what you said. Now, going back to the Black Pete situation, I stated that I've seen it, and it's going to happen again in November of this year, till the 5th of December. So I've done research about it, and I know that's what you do. That's what is being done. But what I am saying is that it is a caricature of Black people, and that you cannot dispute. It is a fact. And I'm holding the picture. I wish you could see it. I'm holding the picture of the Black Pete next to the minstrels that the many European acts did, whereby they did the black face and then they put the big lips. It is a caricature. I'm putting it on the screen. You can follow me on YouTube, on YouTube if you're seeing it, and on my TikTok if you want. But I'm gonna put this up afterwards. So let me just play what I said, because I want you to hear it. I'm not here to attack personally. What I'm saying is that this is an impact on us, and it is the history that you think it is. It's not what you think it is, and it has to be understood from that perspective. And I stand by what I said. I stand by it. Okay, let me just play this.
Holy Spirit, truth to power. And look at what they're doing in this, like Spain and Holland, where they're doing this Black Pete, whatever they call it. In their opinion, to ridicule Black people by depicting the red big lips and then laughing about it, according to them, is their tradition. This is yet an excuse. It's a blatant disregard for the people that they're mocking, in my opinion. What are your thoughts?
So that's what I posted. And as I was doing that, there's a video which you can watch on my Facebook page if you want to watch it. And it shows the picture with a lot of Dutch people or Spanish people going and blackening their face and doing the big lips. Now, here is what I would like you to listen to. If you want to have an engaging discussion, we can have that discussion. For me, I am going to, you won't see it here, but I will play the video. I'm going to post a clip of this particular section onto YouTube, and you can, of course, you're free to watch it. Listen, you don't have to agree with me. You don't have to agree with me. But I'm telling you that this is caricature. And when nobody has the right to caricature another entire group of people. And what they did is they all had the same, that is caricature. You cannot, there is no excuse, there is nothing you can say on this earth to remove that reality. Yes.
Can I say something?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I've seen this video, and I think on a flash I got what they were trying to do, but I didn't give it much attention. Do you know why? The same people that are doing that, I'm living with them. They are putting fillers in their lips to look bigger.
I know.
The same big lips that they are body shaming. They are busy going to cosmetic surgeons to fill up those lips. They are busy filling their hips. They are busy stripping off the hair on their bodies so that we will not know that they are cavemen. So don't worry yourself. I don't want you to we have bigger issues than this one.
The reason
they wish they were like us. They wish they had thick lips. They wish they have hips like us. They wish they didn't have so much hair, not just going on their scalp, but going on their whole body. They wish. Do you know how many hours they spend waxing and waxing and waxing? Their wishes can never be granted. So leave this one. These are some of the biggest, smallest things we have bigger issues than this.
Lynette, I'm glad you take it in that way. But the reason why I'm doing that is because we need to start having leverage for making business on the African continent. Everything that's being used by the system, they use to actually oppress and suppress. Do you know that if the Western countries take a loan from the IMF, they are able to actually get 0% charge on it? But if you are an African country, they put interest rate from 2, 4, 5, 6%, 7% on the same thing. So this is not something to walk away from. This is a clear thing that is going on, and it's been going on for hundreds of years. So, and our people don't, a lot of people don't understand when I say it. They think it's just, oh, it's a joke. It is a deeper meaning. It's how they perceive us, and it is what they are teaching to the coming generation, because the kids are brought to that event and they see that from their childhood. So they say it's nothing wrong. Oh, it's just Black Pete. They don't understand what Black Pete represents. So on the face of it, it looks like it's nothing. But when we have to deal with it to actually make sure that this is not, leverage, African Revolution. Yes, my brother is here. Thank you. So it is very important that we begin to use that as a leverage. That if we find anybody in your nation, if you are promoting the caricature of African people on our continent, any contract we enter with you is null and void. End of story. So we need to start hurting them where this will have a financial impact on them. That they will have to learn that if they do that, they risk losing millions and billions of contracts from the countries that they are disrespecting. So this is where we need to be looking at it. We have to look at it. If we're going to solve this, we need to be really strategic about what we're doing. So I hope that makes sense. That's where I'm going. But I hear you. On the one hand, you can bat it away. But this the coming generation of Black people. I was listening to somebody say, oh, what is that to you? They just, it doesn't matter. But they don't understand that that is the mindset of those who now come into position of power, is to continue to look at Black people from that mindset of a caricature and not always belittling what we're doing and actually putting in harm that will harm the coming generation. So the work we are doing now is to begin to address that. I hope that makes sense. But let me quickly put in why this is a caricature. There is a picture that I'm going to put next to it, and only for time purposes, I might not show the whole thing again, but there's a picture that you're seeing on the screen. This picture was taken in the 1900s. That picture was taken in the 1900s. Let me get the video so you can see the faces of the people next to it. I want you to see a close-up picture of There we go. So now let me bring in this. I need you to pay a particular attention to something. In the 1900s, Europeans, this man is called William H. West, William H. West, and he did something that they call minstrel show. In that show, they would blacken their faces. They didn't allow, at that time, they didn't allow black people to do anything on shows, to do entertainment. So they would put themselves as a black man. They will start talking like a black man. So they will blacken their faces. Now, the words, I need you to listen to these words. It's very important because the words do matter. He said this. He said, with the same black face, please notice it's the same black face with the big lips that that lady in the Black Pit has. The same face is what this man in the 1900, William H. Mistral, is the same caricature face. And they even state it. They state it. Listen to this. It says here, the reproduction of the 1900 William H. West Minstrel Show poster, originally published by the Strawbridge Lithographing Company, shows the transformation from a person of European descent to a caricature of a dark-skinned person of African descent. So a caricature is to ridicule somebody, to belittle somebody. And the reason why they're doing that is they do not want to, this is actually barefaced racism. What we are looking at is barefaced racism. So we cannot, for the coming generation, it behoves on me and you and others that they need to understand what they're facing. Imagine somebody going from Ghana and then they get up and they wake up in a place and they started doing this Black Pit and they're giggling and they're putting the big lips. And that person is walking through hundreds of people doing that. Do you know the kind of psychological damage that does? And we don't, oftentimes in Nigeria, we are terrible. And in Africa, we've been conditioned not to look at the psychological impact of actions seems like it wasn't aimed at us. But it has intentions that has long-lasting damage. So on the one hand, we can swipe it to one side. But the bigger problem that we face, I'm telling you that if we are able to use this, those bigger problems will be solved. Because any country, I am saying it now, I'm saying that, I hope the AES hears me, any country that they're signing any deal with, if they are found to be engaged with promoting this on their soil, any contract that they enter into with them is null and void. And we must do it. That is why we have to be totally self-reliant, which is what Ibrahim Traore is doing. Ibrahim Traore is making sure that the Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, the Alliance of Sahel States, they are totally independent of any influence from the Western world, even from the Chinese. He wants an AES that is totally, that decides its own future. So that anything, if they disagree with anything that they do morally or in the contract or anything, they can cancel the contract, and there's nothing the other side can do. This is a leverage. Used in the right manner, this is a leverage. Like African Revolution. Let me bring you in. Sorry, I wanted to bring you in. This is a leverage. So please, I'm showing you. If you look at it again, look closely at the face of the Black Pit. Look at the face of the Black Pit. And look at the face of the minstrel. It's exactly the same. You know, they are. I know. But this is. We need to be able to. We need that leverage. As I speak to you now, black people are still being enslaved. They are being sold in Libya, in June. So if we don't start making financial penalty, this thing has to cost them financially. This is not about saying this is wrong. Stop. We have to hit them in the pocket. This is a leverage that we can use to hit any country in the pocket. Likewise, this is happening here. The Arabs are doing the same thing. So I hope that makes sense. Let me just check with Lynette. If you you may not agree with me, but I think it's a leverage that we've ignored for too long. we must use that leverage to begin to change things, because it's the coming generation that will suffer if we don't put a halt to this. And it would actually stop all of the things that is going on as well, I think. But anyway, did you want to say something about that quickly before I move on to Arab countries and then wrap up? Lynette, are you there? No. Yeah, I know. They are. You're right. They are unaliving people, many people on the streets in America every day. They are. And that is terrible. That is terrible. Okay, let me crack on. But, yeah. So, for those of you listening, I hope you've got the message on YouTube. Thank you for the question. You said, stop lying. There is not one thing that I've said. I stand by every word that I said, and I am giving you reference from documents that are online. It is, you can check the same document yourself. It talks about this guy. Just go and type the name William H. Minstrel and tell me if you don't see the similarity between the big lips, which is a caricature, and the big lips that is on the black pit. Tell me. Tell me if you disagree with it. It is there, and I will show you the link. I will put it down. You can question that. But this is wrong, and it's not. But we cannot accept it. And this is how we must do things as we're going on. We must confront this head on. This is not a personal attack on anybody. It's about what is being done to the black psyche when somebody is caricaturing a whole group of people, and we don't have a say in that. And that is not acceptable. I hope that makes sense. Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Sorry?
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for that. So let me quickly, and you know, there's more. The Arabs are doing the same thing. So I want to bring that to our attention quickly as well. Because all of this is, when we start dealing with what is happening to us individually, now we can now begin to deal with the group things as well. But that has to be registered and made aware. African Union, I want somebody to send this video to the African Union, that this must no longer be allowed. Any business, if they do any business, bilateral trade with anybody, what will terminate that will be if they see in any country anything that caricatures people that look like the people they just signed a contract with. That contract is null and void. Null and void. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. So I'm just going to show you I can bring this down. So I'm happy to have that discussion another time and we'll bring this. I'm going to bring this up. This is not the end. I will keep bringing this show, and we need to talk about this until it is dealt with, because that is barefaced racism that is now quoted as a tradition. It is not acceptable. It is not. Okay. Let us go to the next one now. I wanted to show you quickly the Arabs. The Arabs are equally doing blackening of their face, and we need to address it, because you see, it is those small things that we don't think that are inconsequential that are actually often giving them the room to do this. Because when they don't see us as human beings, guess what? They will treat us badly when we're doing business, any businesses. So we have to look at the leverage, the levers that they're using. We have to take those levers away from them and begin to be on the same level playing field. This black pit thing is putting racism out there in the open. To ridicule a black person, just like they do in the minstrels, is a disrespect that we must reject. Okay, so now, in the Arab world, watch this video here. I'm going to just play it quickly. You will see what they're doing in the same video. So in fact, I'll talk. It's me talking. You can see that picture. In that picture, I'll let you hear it first, and I'll come and talk. I'll let you hear it.
This is why we keep saying, please stop going to Arab countries, because you will be enslaved. And they're depicting that enslavement clear enough here. They're putting charcoal or something to blacken their face as if they're black people, and then they're putting like what it looks like a noose around the neck of the person that's had their face blackened as a black person. It's a sign of enslavement. What are your thoughts?
So what you just saw there, I'm going to keep it playing now. I'll mute it, but you'll keep it. What you're seeing on the screen is Arabs. They are blackening the face again, like the Europeans have done. And then on top of that, they're putting, let me pause this one here. You see the man in the front there, maybe that's too close. Let me make one that's slightly further away. That one, you see, oh, sorry. 1 second. I want you to go back. Because, Now, if you see the man in the middle, his face is blackened, number 1. 2, there is like what looks like a rope around his neck. It's a cloth, but they are doing, if it was a black person, it would be a rope. So every single person that's had their face blackened, they've had some kind of a sign of a rope. So let me play it now, and you put that in your mind as you're watching. So what that means, oh shit. Hello, sorry. Oh my gosh. The video, I was talking to the guy outside. Thank you very much. Somebody tell me I'm muted. Sorry. Let me tell that again. Tell me where I stopped, Lynette. Tell me where I stopped. Lynette, can you hear me? When did the voice go?
When you showing the video and we couldn't hear you.
Okay, the new video, right? The new video.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that again. Let me do it again. Thank you. Thanks. I'll do that again. Okay, so now, sorry about that. I'll go back into it now. Sometimes when you're doing this and so now we are going to listen to the video. So I'm going to play the video, but this is from an Arab country. Now, we don't know precisely which Arab country, but you can see from the features that they're Arab. Now, they are doing blackface as well, but they are putting something extra. They're putting like a rope on the neck of the person that they blackened their face. A sign that the person is a slave. So listen to this now. Have a listen. Okay.
Greetings all. Season are here. This is why we keep saying, please stop going to Arab countries because you will be enslaved. And they're depicting that enslavement clear enough here. They're putting charcoal or something to blacken their face as if they're black people, and then they're putting like what it looks like a noose around the neck of the person that's had their face blackened as a black person. It's a sign of enslavement. What are your thoughts?
So,
greetings all.
So, I'm gonna play it. I'll keep playing it now, and then you will see that picture. Now you can see from what you're watching that every single person that you're seeing in that picture that has had their face blackened, they have like a cloth that represents a noose, like a rope around their neck. That's a sign of enslavement, and they're laughing. Even the person that they blackened is laughing. Again, that's the caricature. That's the mentality, that caricature thing that I'm talking about again, that is happening in the Arab one. But the Arab one, the extra is the rope around the neck. It is now blatant. You can see it. So we need to address this, and we have to make sure. Thank you very much, Awel Bong. We have to be very clear. Please, African people, this is how Arabs see you. They don't see you as their equal. Even if you are praying, it doesn't matter. Your prayer counts for nothing. This is how they see black people. The more that you follow their religion, follow Sharia law, you are giving them room to come and take your land. That's what they've been doing in northern part of Nigeria right now. They're using these people against themselves, just like they're doing in Mozambique right now. They're using their people from the inside to destroy them. This is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. So it is the same. You may think so. There's similarity between the Arabs and the Europeans. In both cases, they don't have any respect whatsoever for the black people. None whatsoever. European countries, the leaders. I'm not talking about the people. The leaders. So we have to be very clear about what is being done. And for this video to be out there in the community, that means that this is something that is condoned. And we mustn't miss that message. Okay? So I'm stating this. Let me now go and show you something quickly. Whilst that is playing, let me find a video. I want to put a question out there. See if I can find this now. Is that there? No. Okay. Let me just quickly bring this. I want to bring this up for you. So, yeah, what do they call? What do they call? Watch this now. Listen. Black People's Village in Palestine. I just need you to understand. Please don't Palestine. Okay. So, I asked a question. I asked a question online. I said, one second, please. Let me get that one out of the way. I asked a question. I said, what do they call Black People's Village in Palestine? That's the question I asked. Listen to the answer. Listen to the answer. It said, neighborhoods with prominent African Palestine populations have historically or colloquially been referred to as Harat al-Abid, meaning neighborhood of the slaves. Black people, are you listening? These are the same people that you are telling you to, they are going to the same Mecca to go and pray with. This is how they view you. So let me move that picture to this side so that you understand. This is how they view us. They don't see us as equals. We have to understand that. And I don't say this lightly. I don't say it lightly. But I have done research, and I'm hoping that we educate ourselves. You can see the words on the screen. I'll read it to you. I asked a question. What do they call Black People Village in Palestine? So a village of Black people in Palestine. The answer came back, right? It said, neighborhoods with prominent Afro-Palestine populations have historically or colloquially been referred to as Harat al-Abid. Abid is a slave. Bukenzi, they have no idea. They have no idea. The people in Africa they are being fooled. They are being fooled. They don't understand. You can see it. You can type it up yourself. I'm not hiding anything. I'm bringing you facts. I don't speak in lies. I don't come here and talk lies. I talk about facts. Facts. Afro-Palestinians are slaves in their own land. That's the reality of it. That's the reality of it. And I'm not saying this as a... Exactly, in their books. Exactly, but they say it among themselves. But when they come to us, they say, oh, you're welcome. Allah is great. Allah is... But they're enslaving you. So, I am bringing this to our attention now. And I'm hoping that many of you, you've seen it. You've seen what I've just shown you now. And it is, as you're seeing there, they are smiling with the, this is, they are putting out their intentions. Exactly. Kwabo Vingo. Kwabodo Vingo. This is what I am saying. We can't accept this on both sides. Bukenzi, I know it's not new information to you, but others don't know. And I'm glad that you are aware. But I don't know if you saw the program I did about the white people, about Europeans, about European countries, not the people, European countries. We have to be, I'm trying to be making sure that I'm speaking this in the right manner. The European countries, they promote this for, you haven't seen that? Okay, I will try and bring that up and talk about it briefly so that you understand. I don't know if you've understood, but you need to, there's a lot that we've been, that been cleverly been hidden from us, and we are bringing that to light. Our job is to bring this to light, to empower, to encourage, to enlighten our people, so that we can stop this assumption that that they see us as how we view them. No, we are not. Thank you, Kwabodo Vingo, Vago. Thank you. Absolutely right. My brother just said it here. I am correct. We have to build our own army, because we are under threat from every angle when it comes to Africa. Under threat. People don't understand it. And even the people, when you speak to some, they don't seem to understand what we're saying. Please go ahead, by doing research ourselves. And it takes a lot of time and effort. So we do appreciate you watching. Please go ahead and subscribe. You can see the prompter there reminding you as you're watching me. Go and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Help us grow the platform. So there's one more thing I wanted to add to this as well for us as Africans. And again, when I do that, I will now come and talk. There's another thing we're doing the same thing we did with the European countries, whereby there's going to be a clause. A clause will be in any contract that has to do with humanity of we black people, because that is how we're going to restore our humanity. Of course, in our land, Quebo Donvago said we need our own army. We need everything ourselves. Our own army, our own currency, a free movement across Africa, our own security, everything we must be in control on our own land. No ifs, no buts. That is where we go. But furthermore, on top of that, anybody we do contract with, if we find them treating our people or ridiculing our people in any way, shape, or form, any contract signed with them is null and void. That contract is ripping up like this. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 second. Give me 1 sec. I just want to demonstrate this so that I want it to be clear. It has to be clear, unambiguous. The message will get through without any ambiguities whatsoever. Okay, we'll do it like this. So, 1 minute, just give me a minute. Everything comes in its own time. So, okay. So, any contract, see me now. Let me put the word contract on here. So, this is the contract. So, this is a contract signed. Let's just say this is a contract signed with any of these countries by Africa, or our Cable Land, because we're changing the name as well. When we find them doing any of these things that you've seen, be it Arab or anything, the contract is null and void. Null and void. And then we go, the contract gets ripped up. The contract gets ripped up and we bin it. But we need to create systems to back this up. We will need our own security. We will need to make sure that we have our people are speaking their language. We make sure that we have free movement across Africa to be for, like they're doing in AES. What they're doing in AES is what we need. But we need to back that up, because here's the last bit now that makes this clear. But that Ghana must go in Bokenzi. That is something we'll have to have among ourselves. But that is the discussion, and that is intended. Again, you may not believe it. This is intended by the colonials to have a division that they can exploit. Every single thing, you need to understand that every single disagreement that you see on the African continent is an opportunity to exploit and divide and exploit by the colonials. That's just how it works. That's just how it works. Okay, now let me quickly do this. Now I want to show you one more final thing that is going on right now that we need to be aware of in Africa. Let me get that video out. 1 second. So what's the video? There's a video I want you to see. I'll show you briefly. Please, by the way, this young lady, there is a GoFundMe that we've set up for her. She's still stuck in Egypt. That's part of what we're saying. She's still stuck in Egypt right now. She's still stuck in Egypt and she needs help. We've raised £130 and we need to raise 270 more. If we can donate to the GoFundMe, you've seen the link on the screen there. You can help us with that. Now let me go to the one I want to show you. This is the one I want to show you. Here we go. Listen to this, please.
here. Obviously, I'm getting some reaction from
Have a
quite a lot
listen.
of people in terms of the video I just posted, where Arabs, I'm not quite sure which country in the Arab countries, where they were mocking black people. And what's to make this even worse is I'm looking at a picture behind me that you will see of the sale of black people in Libya in June of 2026. Think about that. How do you feel? Is that right? Is that something that's acceptable? And when are African leaders, the so-called African Union, when are they going to deal with this issue? We are human beings. This cannot be allowed to be tolerated, cannot be tolerated any longer. Let's have your views. You're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thank you.
So, as you heard what I said there, yeah, why is Africa, why is it still playing football with Egypt under these conditions? Exactly. Thank you. We shouldn't be playing, none. This is what I'm saying. We have to make sure that any country that does that, that is doing, so this is happening right now in Libya. This happened on the 1st of June, 2026. These are black people that you see on the screen. Let me make that bigger. I'll make it bigger. Can I make it bigger? Yeah. 1 second. What you see on the screen, there you go. So what you see on the screen next to me, these are black people, Africans that look like me. They are being sold. You see the people who are standing here, the people standing there, they are Arabs. But the people sitting down, they are all Africans. This happened on the 1st of June, 2026. And it's still happening now. Again, you know, like I tore that paper up. That must happen now. This is why we need AES. Any contract with any country, if they abuse our people, if we find that there is abuse of our people, 10, 20, 30, 40, however small. You know why I say this? What happens to any country that messes with one American?
Right here. Obviously.
What happens to any country that messes with any American citizen? What happens? They are given a 24 hours to release them. They are given, they are protected. What protection is there for any African right now from the African Union? Do we have any protection? The answer is zero. The answer is zero. There is no protection for Africans. Please, as you're watching, if this resonates with you, subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel, subscribe, and help us grow the platform. So, the point I'm making now is this. You are looking at people. Let me see if I can make that even bigger still. I'm going to try and make that bigger still, if I can. So I'm trying to make sure you can see it. So you are looking at the people that you're seeing in this picture. They are all Africans sitting down. They are being sold in a place called Tobruk. Tobruk. Let's go and look at Tobruk in Libya. We need to just be doing this. This is the kind of level of thing we need to be doing. If we don't take this on and begin to do this work, we're kidding ourselves. Tobruk. Map of Tobruk, Libya. Yeah? Tobruk, Libya. Is it? Libya. Let's have a look. So.
Hey, Black Power. Power,
yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Here's another problem I got.
Yeah.
With us here in Black America. I'm talking about the black man now in America. And then I'm going to go to our brothers on the continent. But let me start with us first.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't see a difference between us. We just black, that's it. So I don't care if you say you African American, African, Caribbean. To me, we all just black and that's it. But anyway, over the years, I know so many brothers who complain about the whitey here in America, how corrupt the government is, and how the whitey is the devil, and how they sick of America and the system here. I'm talking about Black American men. Dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens have said this to me over the years, probably hundreds.
Mm-hmm.
And complain. How they, sick of the system and racist America. And it's all true what they're saying. Now, let me just admit that. But then I see these brothers year after year after year. 5 years go by, 10 years go by, 20 years go by, 30 years go by. I still see these brothers. And one bumped into me the other night. I ain't seen him in about 5 years. He's talking the same talk. So I said, brother, getting fed up with the Negroes. I said, well, brother, why don't you get your passport and stop wasting your money here in America and move to, Belize or Panama, Grenada, or even Africa. Start hitting with that. They're coming with it. So I said, well, stop your hollering. Stop about your prayer. Stop talking about he into Africa and what he's doing. But yet you stay in his house though. And give him all your money every day. You see where I'm going with, citizen? Mm-hmm. You see, what is it, brother? We're hypocrites. We talk about Mr. Whitey, but we love his country. Yeah, where. I mean, of course, me, I gotta, I'm doing this, but it's some of us that's real, Black American that get up out of here. We support and we. I'm in experience. These brothers that actually, and then when I questioned them, I said, well, brother, keep talking the devil about race, slavery, but tell me you get your paycheck, buying Jordans, Gucci, and eating that dump. So, you see what I'm talking about, brother citizen? We're deep down inside. I'm talking to these Negroes in Black America, the Black man here, who has this mentality, and who's a hypocrite. Keep Whitey out of your mouth. You know you ain't leaving America. You know you're a house. This Negro, you really love this devil. Stop it. Talking about Lincoln Conference and reading these books and quoting Malcolm X, quoting Marcus Garvey, quoting Maynard Quinn, Patrice Lumumba, buying his BMWs and his Jaguars and his Lexuses and his Toyotas and his Fords and Cadillacs. You ain't going nowhere. Hold on. This is the truth now. And I'm not talking about all of us. I'm talking about the ones who are guilty of this.
I'm saying, you see, when I press that, I'm talking about the fail by those who keep saying they want to change, but then they're still using the things produced by the system they don't like. They're not in of the
watch
change.
This. Exactly. Now watch this. Now let me go to my brothers from the African continent that's here in America or in Europe or in Canada. They do the same thing.
Exactly.
They on social media. The CIA, America's behind this the destabilization of Africa, and England is doing this to Nigeria, and France is doing this, and I'll be listening. But I said, well, brother, but where you live at though? Oh, I live in Paris. I live in California. I live in London. I said, well, you up here telling the truth now about your enemy, your colonizer, but yet you live in this country. I mean, you can't, and I stand by what I say.
You're right.
You cannot build up Africa living in another man's country. Can't do it.
True word. True word.
So, brother citizen, these house Negroes here in Black America, don't let them fool you. They love this devil. On the low, I'm talking, on the down low, right? I'm telling you what's going on. Our Caribbean brothers too here too. They're over here talking about the Queen of England and talk. I mean, they tell the truth, but yet you ain't leaving America. You ain't leaving Britain. You ain't you ain't going back to Africa, man. Stop over here. Stop talking about the French and the America. The government is corrupt and America's system is this, but yet you live in here.
Yeah,
Say,
this is real talk right here. Yeah.
I'm putting all of like Americans, Caribbean, Africans over there talking about my own, but all living and eating, drinking wine with dinner. You understand what I'm saying? We're hypocrite. These brothers talking me to death. Man, I'm gonna get my passport one day, brother, and I'm gonna go to Africa. And I said, brother, I saw you last year with a snow bunny. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I've been watching this for 30 years, brother. 30 years,
brother. Everything.
I mean,
everything you said, you are right on. But one thing I want you to just know is this: you and I, the fact that we're talking here, is showing something. What? It's showing that how to begin that process and be in that journey and take the steps. I can say I've been in Nigeria now. I went there. I was there for 2 months. End of last year, beginning of this year, and I'm going back again. And I'm trying to build, and I'm doing networks, and I'm doing this kind of work here. So it's about the work that you put in. I think that is really, you have to work from wherever you are. That's the only thing I can say. No excuse, you're right. But we need our people to see that you and I, and people like you and me, are putting in this work now, to still remind them, look, there is a calling for you. We need you. Because, we're still going to need these people to come and join us in this struggle. I think. What do you think?
I agree. Look, I tell the brothers here from Africa, they over here walking around, man, you should see these Negroes, man. They so happy over here in this white man land. I'm telling you, brother, these African brothers here, I wash my clothes at this laundry, right? A bunch of them in the laundry mat. I walk, right? I know they from Africa, and the other way, they'll look down and hey to them. This is all the time. So I'll walk up to the brother. I say, hey, brother, how you doing? He'll look up front. Where that from you, brother? Beginning, I did everywhere. Got brothers from over here, Ghana. I befriend them. I said, I talk when I tell them I've been to Africa. And next thing you know, brother, man, they don't want, nah. Man, they so happy here. They driving around in these American
but
cars.
the thing is,
they in the mall, they eating at these restaurants and using this soap and shopping in this store. Yes, sir. I said, brother.
Do you know the solution to that problem? Do you know the solution?
I don't know.
You do. We just spoke about it. We've been talking about it for the last a day or so now. Getting the books, the knowledge into our people's brain first.
The books, right.
In their language.
Right.
Because when you have that in their mind and their language on their own soil, they are going to be more informed about the actions that they take before they leave the continent. So this thing, in a way, we're looking at the horse that has bolted, and now you can't shut the stable. Does that make any sense?
Right, makes sense.
So what we're looking at now, there's no point in worrying about the horses that are bolted. What we need to now do is, okay, how can we make sure that the future ones, the coming generation, we provide for them so that you can leave the stable door open and they know where they're supposed to go and they know who they are, and they will not walk out of that stable, or they will build something else in that big stable. You know, I'm just paraphrasing. I'm using an example, if you see what I'm saying. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I got you.
So I think we need to not beat ourselves up, because we know the system has really messed us up. You say it, we both say it all the time. So we just have to temper it. But I understand that you speak from a place of love and frustration about the situation, and you want something done. And it's almost like you're trying to prompt people to wake up and see it, you know? So, but the thing is that just talking to you like this, we don't know who's listening and thinking, you know what, them brothers up there, they're right. Yeah, I need to do better. And then just by talking like this, they're going, okay, I'm going to find me some friends. I'm going to go and buy in that bookstore because we spoke. Because you and I spoke. So I get it. I get what you're saying. And like I said, the level of mind messing with our mind and psychological destruction is deep. But I cannot be anything but remain optimistic and forward looking. I can't. Just like yourself. So there is, because everything, you've thrown everything, they've thrown everything, and we're still standing. So that is where I'm picking up. And I promise you this. Some of those people who are just sort of looking away now, when they start seeing this thing gathering steam, they're the ones who will be joining and going, hang on, this brother's onto something. I'm on, you know. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm on. They're on something here. I want a piece of this. I want to try and find out more. So we're doing something here. Don't worry about. I won't worry about, you know. But brother, honestly, I like I said, when you told me you had 1,000 books, you just switched me on right there. You said that a few days ago.
Yes, sir.
So I look at it that way. Are there people who are just like you're saying, 100%? Are there some who are like you're saying but are waking up? 100%. So those are the ones we're going to be looking at now. How can we bring them to our side so that they join in the struggle?
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Let me add this truth to it too. You know, I try to defend Africa and Nigeria, particularly Nigeria, to be honest, because Nigeria got such a, you know, unfortunate,
the resources,
our brothers there,
the resources we have over 40 mineral resources, all of them priceless stuff.
Of course.
And we should be billion, every single 100, all 230 or 240 million Nigerians should be billionaires. And I kid you not.
Of course. Look, I said this 30 years ago, and I'm going to say it today. There shouldn't be one Nigerian abroad begging the Western nations for nothing. Shouldn't be one Nigerian in America, London, Canada, not one. In fact, them Europeans, they should be coming to work for us in Nigeria. We should be hiring them and paying them good benefits and money, and that's real talk. But anyway, let me just add this truth. You know, I know I'm not qualified per se, as one Nigerian said to me in Nigeria, to defend Nigeria, because I'm not Nigerian, and he's correct. You know, they laugh at me. They said, brother, you're a Black American, you're trying to defend Nigeria. You know, you don't understand Nigeria, you don't know, which is true. But I still gonna try to defend Nigeria because I love Nigeria. Yes, I know the reputation. I know about Yahoo, 419, corruption, tribalism. I know all about all that. But I'm still gonna defend Nigeria. Okay, brothers from Africa, don't beat up on me because I'm not African, born and raised there. Please stop. Please. You're right. I'm not really qualified to defend Nigeria. But I say I'm qualified because whatever I love, I have a right to criticize.
Mm-hmm.
And plus I love Nigeria. Plus
Mm-hmm.
I'm black too.
Mm-hmm.
Now I may not be born and raised in Nigeria like you, as you know, I'm not, you know, a Nigerian like that. No. But I'm of African descent. I'm black. Right? So that qualifies me right there to speak for Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
With my limited knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Now I may not know what you know, citizen, or
Mm-hmm.
you know, my partners over there, you know Nigeria inside out.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, but just give me a little credit. At least, you know, I'm showing my love for black people in Africa and our
Mm-hmm.
people, and I'm trying to speak positive about
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't like it when I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say this to you, citizen.
Yeah.
And forgive me, brother, if this offends you. But I know I don't like to hear Nigerians talk negative about Nigeria. I don't like it. Now, even though they tell the truth, even though what they say is the truth about their government and the system and how things go there, I still don't like to hear it. I know it's the truth, but I always try to flip it a little and try to say, you know, let's, you know, okay, you're right, but, you know, and then they just shut me down, you know. No, you ain't got a right to talk. You ain't, and you know, and they right. You know, I don't know it the way they know it,
Mm-hmm.
but I still think Nigeria has so much potential.
Correct.
I think that if we can get rid of those corrupt Negroes in power there, and get some righteous leadership, you know, we could turn Nigeria around in the next 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
In fact, all of Africa. You know, we need brothers. We need Ibrahim Traore's. So yeah, so I just want to put a shout out to all our brothers. You know, don't beat up on Black Stallion too much, because I'm ignorant. I don't know Nigeria the way y'all know it, and neither do I know the Black experience, and y'all know I don't. But give me credit
Absolutely.
for trying
Absolutely.
to be right and speak righteousness and to defend the good of Nigeria. How about that?
Absolutely.
At least give me credit for that.
Absolutely.
No matter what. No matter what the political situation in Nigeria or Ghana or Uganda or Kenya, whatever, give the Black American who thinks like me, who have the same spirit I got, and love Africa and love our people, give us credit for trying to help our brothers and sisters there with our words, and not just words, with our actions. You see, I support Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
I support Nigeria. In fact, not just Nigeria, Ghana, Uganda, and Kenya. I made an investment in Kenya recently. I just made an investment in Uganda recently. So I support the 4 major countries on the continent. So don't think that my actions. Hold on, let me land with this. My work speaks for me. Let me repeat that.
Okay.
My works speaks for me. So it doesn't matter if you brothers from Black America, the Caribbean, or Africa, think of me and say these little things are on TikTok. I'm not qualified to speak for Africa. I've been told that so many times. Okay, just speak for Black America. Yeah, I can do that. I'm definitely qualified to speak for Black America.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, and I'm gonna land with this, I think if you Black, no matter where you from, and you love Africa and love your people, and you're qualified, meaning you have that spirit, you're a true Pan-Africanist. You really love Black Americans, then Black Caribbeans and Black Africans and wherever our people at, and you know the history, and you read and you studied and you've traveled. I think you're qualified to speak for our black people around the world, whether even if you're not from that country. If you black and you African, you can speak for Black America as long as you tell the truth and you're sincere, and there's no jealousy in your spirit, and there's no there's no no hidden agenda. If you're sincere, yeah, and same thing for our Caribbean brothers and sisters. You can speak for our struggle and throughout the Caribbean as long as you genuinely love our people and sincere.
Yeah.
Without as long as you ain't got no jealous spirit in you, and you deep down inside you really don't like, like some of us are. And same thing for Africa. Our African brothers and sisters are more qualified to speak for us than any other group of people on the earth.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. No.
And vice versa.
Yeah. No.
So if you black and you are sincere and you real red and you understand our struggle as globally as a people, and we've been under the same enemy for centuries, and I'm talking about sincere now, and you really love our people and love Africa, and you working and your fruits say it, your works prove it, then you're qualified to defend our struggle here in Black America, or our struggle on the African continent, or our struggle throughout the Caribbean islands, as long as you're sincere and you're not a hypocrite. So I land with that.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so very much. Thank you for those words. Thank you. Thank you so very much. It is so nice to hear that. And you have a right, by the way, to speak on African issues. You have an absolute 100% right. When somebody invests in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Uganda, and in Kenya, they more than have the right to speak about African issues, just on that level alone. But even as a committed African alone, you also, as a committed melanated person of this earth, you also have that right. So don't feel, don't hold back, don't feel a judge in any way. You should speak up. And we need to hear these things. This is look, we are forming relationships when we're doing this across the globe. And that is what we need to do. And it's gonna, it's gonna be, of course, there are gonna be, missteps and everything else in between. But what we're trying to do, the goal is to make sure that Africans benefit from the resources. Not only Africans, foundational Black Americans benefit from their own resources. The people who are Black Argentinians benefit from the resources. Haitians benefit from the resources. All of those things, they are all interconnected. And that's the thing. We must just continue to bring truths and begin to build our own businesses in Nigeria. Now I'm advocating strongly. Let me show you something. I'll show you something I saw today. This is a bit old. This is calabash. This is calabash. Now, I need to clean this up. I will drink with this. We drink this with palm wine. In Nigeria, you have a calabash and you will drink palm wine with this. If you go to into the villages, they would have this. They don't have this is better than a cup, because it's actually, let me get the better one. Sorry, let me get the better one. So, oh God, I've really not taken care of it, but I'm gonna get new ones. But anyway, so you can have a meal in this one. You can literally have a meal in it. I'm gonna get new ones. So these are calabash. Now, recently I saw on a show that somebody was selling it. You have one. Fantastic. So I saw this guy. I saw an European person selling it and saying it's a new thing. I grew up with this in my house. When I went to grandma, we were drinking with this. We were drinking with this one and eating food and all of that with this. Now, they also have a calabash in water in a bottle format like this. I will show you that next time. And that is better than any of these plastic bottles around the world. It's actually recyclable. It's a biodegradable. And we grow this in Nigeria and in Africa. It's called calabash. That could replace all of this bottled water business. And we have the soil. We can grow this thing. There are farms of these things. So that is what I'm about. I want to promote that. I I'm serious about this because I don't like seeing bottled water all over the place with plastic, and then it clogs the sea and everything else around the world. Imagine having that. This is something from us, but the way they were portraying it, the guy that was portraying it was portraying it as though it's a new find that nobody has known about. I grew up with calabash in my home. I grew up with calabash, eating with this, drinking with it. This is an asset, properly managed. We can achieve untold with this. We can actually change the world with the calabash. So I will end with this. You know, I think this is very, very important for us to begin to actually look at that. You know, I'm going to get more of this. In fact, I'm going to be, you know, when I go back now, I'm getting quite a few of this, and I'm promoting it. This is African. This is nature's bowl. Nature's bowl that when it biodegrades itself, it can go back into the earth, and it will have no damage whatsoever. And then you grow another one again. That's how it should be. We humans, what is it we say? We say, to the earth we came from the earth, and to the earth we shall return. What is it they say at the end? Ash to ashes. Same thing. So the system that we have now have put something else in the place that it cannot return back to it, because it does, instead of returning back, it does damage. Africa has the solution for all of this bottled issue nonsense, and we can grow it. Dust to dust, that's it, yes. Exactly, Kogi. So this is, yeah, dust to dust, yeah. So these are the real things, and these are things that our ancestors told us. I remember a time when I was going to the village, you would see the man who gets the palm wine. He will climb the tree, the palm tree, and go and tap the wine, the palm wine, and come down. And when he sits down at the end of it, he will be drinking some of it to quench his thirst. These are realities. I'm telling you what I've experienced. It's not hearsay. It is what I've seen myself. So these are things we must turn into things that would provide jobs for our people. They'll build a better economy. They'll make sure our people are part of the society. Anyway, there's more. I will be talking more about this, but it's very important, you know, that we talk about that. So thank you so much, Black Stallion. There are more things we can talk about here. But again, I will speak about the issues here. As Africans, it is important that we no longer allow, we need to start leveraging things. Our people matters. The lives of our people must be put first on every decision we make. The lives of our people. You touch one of us, you will have financial impact on your life. You touch one of us, you will have a financial impact on your life and your community. Until we do that, until we begin, and that is what has been separated. They've separated us from the resources. The resources belong to the people. If you touch one of them, any contract that you sign, be it Arab, be it European, that contract will be ripped up and you have no business. When we put the lives of our people in the heart of our policies, watch what happens, I guarantee you. But we need conscientious and honest leaders like Ibrahim Traore, Assimi Goïta, General Chani, at the helm for that to happen. That is what we need. We need more Ibrahim Traores. We need more Assimi Goïtas. We need more General Chianis. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where I end. I bring the show to an end. Thank you very much. I hope you found this beneficial. Again, please, we say no to caricature of black people for any reason whatsoever. It is not acceptable. We don't tolerate it. And you don't have the right to caricature a whole group of people. It is wrong. It is WRONG, wrong. And we will not accept it. That is not how you interact with your fellow human beings. Anyway, enough said. You can watch this video back. Before we go ahead and subscribe to Citizen LY. Yeah, please stop caricaturing black people. We reject it in its entirety. You don't have the right to caricature us. You don't have the right to caricature an entire race of people and then ridicule them. It is not acceptable, and we reject it in the strongest possible terms. And the next thing we're asking for, we're calling on African Union to put the people of Africa in the middle of their policies. Anybody that touches or harms Africans or enslaves Africans will pay by having their contracts terminated. Of course, we need to build systems to get that in place. That is what we need to do, you know. Okay, it's on here. Ebony Phoenix. The video, you mean you can watch it? The video I played earlier is on my Facebook channel. It's and also it's on my YouTube. Let me see, and I will be playing back sections of this. Let me see, Ebony Phoenix, the video to watch. So I think it's on my YouTube. Let me just get the YouTube up. You can go to my YouTube channel here that I'm telling you to subscribe. By the way, have you subscribed? Everybody watching, Ebony Phoenix. Let me quickly bring you up. If I can, I can't bring you up. If you're watching me, please go to my YouTube now and subscribe and help us. We need to grow the platform, because finally, before I go, I will show you this book because I need to do it quickly. I was going to do that, but thanks for reminding me. Maracuja, thank you very much. This book here is a book I've written, and I want to promote it. It's to help our people know their rights in their local language. And I'm trying to print it to 30 million people in various villages in Nigeria. I need your help. This is the initial print that we've done, and what we're trying to do is the people to begin to participate in their own governance. They need to know their rights in their local language. If you don't know your rights, you cannot demand your rights. You cannot use it to participate in governance or hold your government accountable, you know. Oh, thank you, Ebony Phoenix. Thank you. Those of you watching, Quebo Dovingo, Virgo, please, if you subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, Poncho Koale, please go and subscribe, and everybody else. So what I want to do is I need to print this out. By you subscribing, you're making that possible for us to go and subscribe, print this and give it to our community. We need to give it to them for free because they haven't got the funds. We need to give it to them for free. But in doing so, in addition to that, we have it on my website right now, and I'm going to go there with you live right now. We're going to go to www.citizenay.org. Let me see if it come up. citizenay.org. .org. Okay, so now when you get to the somewhere, what's going on? Why is it not letting me go in there? 1 minute, so I'll just get in there. 1 second, please. I don't know why it's doing that. It should work. So www. Here we go. Got it? Okay. There we go. So www.citizenay.org. So when you get there, just get it up here. You go to download the key sections of the 1999 Constitution into Yoruba language, translated into Yoruba language. I'll change that here. So you just simply click on that. And what I'm showing you on the screen is what comes up. You see? Let me make that smaller. I make that smaller. 1 second. Make it smaller so you can see me. So we have that. So you have this same information in PDF format. Again, it's totally free for every single Yoruba person. We need to, and all you simply do, you can download this, and you can, if you have the Yoruba friends, send this to them. Send them my website, www.citizenay.org, and they can download this. It's in Yoruba language, and the people in the communities need to have this so they can begin to participate in the governance, so they can get the roads they want, the lights they want, the road, the water, the food, the light, the schools, the bridges, the hospitals, by participating in their governance. As it stands now, many of them, the government officials just tell them what they want, and the people don't know they have the right to challenge them. But once it's in their language, I'll give you an example. The Nigerian Constitution states, Section 14(2)(a), states that sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives its powers and authority. That's what it states. But many people in the village, they don't understand what you mean by sovereignty. Sovereignty belongs to the people. They don't understand that because it's in English. They don't speak English. They don't understand. But if you told them the same thing in their language like this, abala kẹrìnlá ẹsẹ̀ kejì a ìjọba jẹ́ ti àwọn ènìyàn Nàìjíríà láti ọ̀dọ̀ ní tìjọba nípasẹ̀ òfin orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ń gba gbogbo agbára àti àṣẹ rẹ̀. Now they understand in their language. They know that they have the power to participate in their governance. So this book is of immense importance. That is where you come in about subscribing. So the more of you subscribe, the more we can take this into one community after the other and begin to wake them up, but give them this information. They will not find this information in any Bible or any Quran. They can only find it here on Oduduwa Citizen AY, this platform, Citizen AY, and of course the Yoruba version, Oduduwa TV Radio. That is the only place they will find it. And that is why I am asking you. And also, by the way, we are trying to do the same thing for the Igbo community as well. So we're looking for Igbo speakers. I got a friend. We will try and get them to translate key sections into your Igbo language so that the community can participate in the governance. And this has to happen right across the whole of Africa. We need information about our governance in our local languages, not foreign languages. So that is where you can help me. If you can subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube, it will be of a great respect, and I'm grateful for you joining me on this broadcast. So that is where we bring it to a close today. Please subscribe to us on YouTube, hit the notification button, give us thumbs up. Thank you so very much. You've been listening to Citizen AY. I want to thank my guest, Black Stallion, for the contributions, the valuable contributions. And it's not just talking alone. He backs it up. He's investing in Ghana, in Nigeria, in Uganda, and in Kenya as a Black American. Kudos to you, salute to you, to your effort, and we're planning to do this thing about the books in terms of translating the books into local languages, because that's how we'll need to really empower ourselves. The change that we want has to start from within our own community. This is where we go. We cannot do any more. We cannot wait anymore. Don't wait. There is no Messiah coming from up here or outside. The Messiah is in you. The rescue you're looking for is within you, and you need to switch on and ignite and join us in being part of those that will make the long-lasting change to make Africa a place, an oasis for Africans. Africa must become an oasis for Africans. No ifs, no buts. So I thank you all so very much. Please don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube, and the more you do that, this booklet will get in the hands of our community. I thank you also very much. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, brother, before you go,
yeah,
let me ask you a question. In Nigeria, I see the Calabash bowls when I'm traveling around. But how much does one cost in Naira?
It's literally, I don't know, 20 or 30 Naira, something like that. I don't have the exact. I'll find out for you. I'll ask my brother and I'll give you. But I know it's not that much. But yeah, it is. But it is something that I want the government to look into, because we can replace all these water bottles and the environmental damage with just that calabash, and it grows very quickly with the right conditions. It grows. So, but I'll you know what? Let me find out from mother, and I'll come back to you about that figure. But I think it's around 30 or 40 Naira, something like that. I don't think it's that much. But like I said, now that we're talking about it, the price will go up, and it's something I want to get involved in heavily. So yeah, you had it here first. I thank you all so much, Black Stallion. Everybody else, I'll be back later on. Thank you, and bye for now. Bye all. Bye. Bye. So thank you very much. Again, I stand by what I said about the Black Pete. There's too much similarity between the Black Pete, pink face, and the minstrels. It cannot. That is actually blatant racism that's being put in our face, and we're supposed to accept it. Psychologically, that is not right. So I stand by that. You're welcome to disagree with me. But when you put the pictures, and I'll show the video, when you put the picture of the minstrel next to the blackface Pete that you see around, that they're using it, in that video, you will know that this is wrong. and it's not something that anybody should condone or support. I stand by what I said. No disrespect. I'm talking about facts, and I'm giving facts, and the video will be coming shortly. I'll be posting it on YouTube and other platforms. I hope you find this beneficial. You've been listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thank you.